Hello and welcome back to the bottom. My name is Beast. Today we're back with Café Stella and the Rapist Butterflies. Immediately, something I want to say at the start of the part before anyone misses it and asks. I will neither record nor stream tomorrow because there is a D&D session set up where I'm actually going to be like physically there. So even if we do end it early, I probably will come back home late anyways. So doesn't really fucking matter, does it? So yeah, just wanted to get that out of the way right now. Either way, I'll probably try to finish this tomorrow. If I don't, I'll finish it on Sunday, most likely, instead of streaming. If I do finish it, well, I'll stream on Sunday. But yeah, that's the plan right now. There's no need to force anything. My mother and little sister came home safely today, so that's lovely as well. Anyways, let's just get into it. Please repeat yourself, Kanna.
お正月となると、やっぱり人が多いんでしょうか?
There are probably a lot more shoppers hoping to cash the door crasher sales this morning. But since it's already past noon, I doubt it'll be too packed. Still, it might be a little crowded, so we'd better stick close. Pull Kanna's body close, somewhat forcefully. Although it visibly catches her off guard, she doesn't try to pull away. She actually leans against my arm. By the way, what should we do about the bed? Still think it's a little too small.
2人で並んで寝るにはちょっぴり狭いですね。でもいいんじゃないですか? 少なくとも今はこのままでも。
No, if you say so. Man, it really is busy today.
でもこれくらいがちょうどいいんですよね。
Teasingly, Kanna wraps her arms around mine, pressing her boobs against my elbow. You're doing that on purpose, aren't you?
あらら? 嬉しくないですか?
I do immensely. That's just one problem. It's kind of difficult for me to walk this way.
本当に元気ですね、昴生さんって。今朝もあんなにいっぱい出したのに。
That's just how guys my age are.
そういうのはもう少し恥ずかしそうに言うことだと思うんですけど。
Can't help but to love you, Kanna.
私も大好きですよ。
I'd look nothing more than to go home right now and push you down on the bed.
それじゃあここに来た意味がないじゃないですか。気持ちはまあわかりますけど。もうこれくらいなら外でも。
Kanna gives me a brief peck on the lips.
ほら行きましょう。ちょっとプラプラしながら選びたいので、いろいろと見て回っていいですか?
Yeah, sure. I want to see what kind of things you're interested in too. But can we walk a little slower? Both of our pants is growing more conspicuous than ever thanks to that kiss. Although most stores had sold out of their New Year's mystery bags by now, there was still plenty of actual merchandise left in stock.
これかわいい。着回しも便利そう。
I guess you prefer simpler designs?
そうですね。ゴテゴテだったりフリフリしたのはあまり着ないかもしれませんね。
You don't like those sorts of kinds of clothes?
あんまり目の前でゆらゆらしてると、帝さんの狩りの本能が目を覚まして飛びかかってきたりするので。
What is he, a cat? Oh wait.
昴生さんはシンプルよりもそっちの方が好きなんですか?
Nah, simple is good. I like simple. For example, that dress shirt you wore this morning, you looked amazing, and you looked just beautiful without any clothes on too.
こんな人の多い場所で何を言ってるんですか?
This motherfucker. It's true though.
ここで服を見ててまた変なことを言われると叶わないので、そろそろ移動しましょうか。
Alright, guess it's time to go buy things we actually need. Since we're here, I might as well buy some new stuff too. Maybe we can get magic cups.
昴生さんってやっぱり夢見がちなところがありますよね。
Oh, is that too tacky?
そんなことはありませんよ。私も嬉しいです。
Kind of snuggles in close, hugging my arm. Though it is somewhat hard to Although this makes it somewhat hard to walk, the joy of feeling it beside me is more than enough to make up for it. So we've got chopsticks, cups, plates, bowls, plus a few more odds and ends. I think that should be everything.
あとはお皿に乗せる夕食の方ですね。
Oh, that's right, the fridge is completely emptied out.
今日の夕食も任せてもらっていいですか？
Go right ahead, if you want to cook, I've got no complaints.
私は材料を買ってから帰りますね。すみませんが、荷物をお願いしてもいいですか？
You don't want me to come with you?
荷物がかなり増えちゃいましたから。
I guess it's true. Though each individual item isn't very heavy, carrying all of our purchase combined would be quite cumbersome. Both of my hands are already full. Even if I tag along with Kanna, it won't be of any help. Alright, I'll head home first then. I'll be waiting for you.
はい、私もすぐに帰りますね。
Saying goodbye to Kanna, I make my way back to the apartment.
さてと、それじゃあまずは買い物をしてと。あれ？カンナさん？どうしたんですか？のぞみさん、よかった。私に何か用事ですか？あ、もしかして今朝のことですか？大丈夫です。誰にも言いませんから。というか、言えないですから、あんなの。それは、その話ではなくて、昴生さんのことで聞きたいことがあるんです。少し時間をもらえると嬉しいんですが、やっぱり難しいですか？ちょっと待ってくださいね。休憩に入ることだけ連絡してきますから。昴生君と和文さんのことですか？はい。以前にお店のことで和文さんがアドバイスをしてくれたとき、昴生さんは苦手みたいなことを言っていました。私、本気で昴生さんのことが好きで、幸せにしてあげたい。本人に内緒でこういうことをするのは、ちょっと後ろめたいんですけど。昴生君って素直じゃないですもんね。わかりました。それでもし昴生君が怒ったら、私も一緒に謝ります。って、多分怒りはしないでしょうけど。ありがとうございます。とは言ったものの、私も語れるほど何かを知ってるわけじゃないんですけど。そうなんですか？大きな喧嘩をしたとか、そういうのではないと思います。多分。そもそも喧嘩するほどのコミュニケーションもないままと言いますか。和文さんが海外でずっと仕事をしてきたからですか？多分。あすみさんが生きていた頃はそれでもよかったんでしょうけど。あすみさんというと昴生さんのお母さんですよね。あすみさんが亡くなった時も和文さんは海外ですぐに戻ってくることもできなくって、その溝が今も埋まっていないままなんですか？私がそう思ってるだけですから。父と息子はそれくらいの距離で普通と言われるとそういうものかもしれないです。ですが今朝の雰囲気から考えると全くの勘違いということではないと思います。あすみさんが亡くなってから何年かは和文さんと一緒に暮らしてましたよ。極端に仲が悪いとか喧嘩してるとかでもないっていうのがこれまた困ったところでして、明確な原因がないのなら仲直りというわけでもありませんね。はい、だから様子を見てるんですけど、何かきっかけがあればとは思うんですけどね。あともう一つお願いがあるんですが。何でしょう？昴生さんの好きな味付けですとか教えてもらいたいんですけど。なんですか？昴生君は幸せ者ですね。よかった。 昴生君のこと大切に思ってくれる人が現れて、しかも恋人になってくれて。好きな味付けでしたね、私でわかることなら。
Once I get home, the first thing I do is organize the kitchen. Take out our matching cups. Then I stack the bowls and plates, placing the chopsticks and forks and spoons into the utensil drawer. Little by little, the empty space in my kitchen is starting to fill up, as it does the fact that I'm going to be living with Kanna from now on. Truly begins to sink in. What she's going to make for dinner tonight. Suddenly my phone blips. It's a message from Kanna.
部屋に土鍋はありますか?
Sorry, we don't. Want me to come pick you up?
心配しないでください。何か買って帰るものはありますか?
Really?
すぐに帰りますね。
Okay, see you in a bit. Finally, I sent her a cute sticker. It's just a simple text conversation, but it feels different than texting my friends. It's a conversation between two people who live together. Not a bit pot, though. Hey, buying one wouldn't be such a bad idea. After all, I'm not living on my own anymore. Living together with someone is kind of nice. Not that is my first experience with it. Mom used to do chores around the house when I was little. I lived with my dad back when he was staying in Japan. But to me, it's still something that seems rather out of the ordinary. When I was young, my mom was in and out of the hospital fairly often. When she was at home, she tried her best to do as much housework as she could manage. But in retrospect, the vast majority of my memories were of Mom smiling at me from her hospital bed. Dad was always working overseas. He'd fly back from time to time to check in on us, but then he'd take off again soon after. If Mom died, he ended up staying in Japan for an extended period, since obviously I couldn't live on my own as a child. It wasn't exactly my rebellious phase at the time, but neither was I young enough to be overly dependent on my father.
お前、今日は休みか? 暇ならどこかに遊びに行くか?
Huh? Oh, no thanks. I was just gonna go take a nap in my room.
そうか。飯はどうするんだ? 何か作るか?
You're not a cook?
いや、自信はないけど。
Why don't you just ask Sumizome for help? You don't need to force yourself out of your comfort zone.
そうか。
Ultimately, both of us decided it would be best for the Sumizomes to take care of me. After all, we weren't so much father and son living together as we were two people who lacked the ability to make a living. Eventually, I encouraged my dad to go back overseas before I headed off to university. Ever since then, I've been on my own. Think of it. Been living in his apartment for quite a while now. Not that I've had any problems with that, but still. I'm starting a life where I'm not the only person around. A life with someone I truly honestly love. My heart swells with excitement at the thought, but at the same time it also fills me with unease. The bell rings. Hello?
私です。カンナです。買い物から戻りました。
One sec, I'll let you in. What's the feeling just now? I wasn't locked the door for her. Why is she so embarrassing? Normally I had no problems answering the door when ordering food or accepting a delivery. I never thought I'd feel awkward about doing the same for Kanna. Guess that's just how I mechanically always used to respond to things. That's just how mechanically I always used to respond to things. Still, we've already gone as far as having sex. It doesn't make much sense for me to be acting like this around her at this point. Welcome back, Kanna.
はい。ただいまです。
It's really embarrassing. I can feel my back itching. Still, I think it's important to get out of a comfort zone. Above all, the last thing I want is to treat my time with Kanna like it's nothing special. These feelings these feelings well up naturally inside my chest.
それじゃあ早速夕食の準備をしますね。
I'll help you.
いいですよ。ゆっくりしててください。
That just feels rude, though.
もしかして私のことを信用してくれてないんですか?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm Just worried that if I let you do everything, I'm gonna fall into the habit of relying on you to do all the housework.
私は別に構いませんけど。どうぞ、甘えちゃってください。
Not sure I want to be spoiled rotten by you, though. Besides, I want to cook together.
そうですか？なら、お米研いでもらってもいいですか？
Sure, if there's anything else I can do, let me know. What are you planning to make today, anyway?
一応、ロールキャベツと、風呂吹き大根を作ろうと思うんですけど、嫌いだったりしませんよね。
That sounds great. Sure, it'd warm us right up, too. That kind of nice set to work. That said, it isn't really all that difficult. Nevertheless, standing side by side in the kitchen together feels nice and new. It's kind of fun as well. There, I'm done scoring the daikon. Cuts aren't too deep, are they?
はい、そうですね。それくらいがちょうどいいと思います。
Something I wanted to talk about at the start of the fucking part, actually, but I forgot. How many of y'all know the manga called Spirit Circle? If you don't, I really fucking recommend it. The basic idea of the plot is that the main character meets this girl who immediately attacks him, because it turns out that this girl is determined to kill him because of something he did in his past lives. But seeing that he doesn't remember anything, she wants him to remember every little thing from those lives before she kills him. So the entire manga is basically about this dude reliving 7 of his past lives, in each of which, and in each of these lives, he somehow came in contact with one of her past lives, and came into some sort of conflict. For example, this is the first life he explores, so I don't really, and it's only really briefly and roughly, right at the start of the manga, so I feel confident, I feel comfortable spoiling this, because it's basically no spoiler at all, because of how soon it happens. In one life, he was basically some sort of some sort of tribal society, where there's a caste made of shamans, and basically the village held sacrificial had a sacrificial festival every now and again, where one of the girls of one of the families is chosen as a sacrifice. It's kind of like Inca kind of stuff and Maya kind of stuff, that basically. And the main character can actually see the spirits of the world, this nature spirits and stuff like that, and so he knows that those traditions are absolute bogus. And one day his lover is the one chosen as a sacrifice, and while everyone is ecstatic about it, of course he knows that it's bullshit. So on the day of the sacrifice, he basically storms the altar trying to save her, but when he gets up there, he sees that his lover's heart has already been gouged out by the priestess, that priestess being one of her previous lives. So he basically attacked her, and she in one fell swoop decapitated him. And it's really interesting. It's interesting, I feel, him living through all these lives over and over again. So yeah, it's really fucking interesting, and I actually do quite recommend you check it out. Anyways, what about the chopped onions? Are the pieces too big?
はい、問題ありません。
Yes, is enough water? I'm supposed to bring it to a simmer over medium heat, then lower it, right?
はい。で、さっきから確認ばっかりですね。
No, I guess I do. It's probably a habit I picked up from work. Using a small dish, Kanna checks the taste of her broth. Placing her shapely lips against the rim, she tilts the liquid into her mouth.
こんなものですかね。
She runs her tongue across her moist lips, licking up the juice. She It's like horny grip. Looks only sexy for some reason. Probably because of that blowjob she gave it this morning. As I watched Kanna with growing excitement, she holds out the small dish to me.
昴生さんも味を見てください。
Oh, sure. There's a small spot around the rim that seems to glimmer. It's never Kanna had put her lips on. The so-called indirect kiss. For everything we've gone through, there's no reason for me to feel shy about something like this. But my deeply ingrained virgin instincts make my pulse race nonetheless.
どうかしました？
Oh, it's nothing. Kanna doesn't seem bothered by it, which disappoints me a tiny bit. Still, I do my best to pretend it doesn't bother me either and place the dish to my lips.
じ
What?
今、私が口をつけた箇所を確認してから味見をしましたね。いやらしい。
I mean, I didn't want you to think I was avoiding it on purpose. But don't worry, Kanna, I'm willing to accept everything about you, no matter how dirty.
私が特殊性癖持ちの変態みたいに言わないでもらえませんか？失礼ですよ。
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
それよりも味です。どうですか？もう少し濃い方がいいとかありますか？
The taste of dashi is clearly present, but the flavor isn't too weak either. How did I put this? It's just the way I like it. It's good. No, it's great.
よかった。お世辞ではなさそうですね。
Not, I really think it's gonna turn out amazing.
そう言ってもらえるのは嬉しいです。それじゃあこのまま煮込みますね。さてと、あと一品、和風のサラダを作りましょう。
Still making more. We are good at cooking, huh?
いろいろと陰で努力もしてますからね。なので努力が実ったことは純粋に嬉しいです。
Thanks for the
お
food.
粗末様でした。
It tasted incredible, seriously.
喜んでもらえて本当に良かったです。明日からも頑張って作りますね。
That'd be awesome. But you don't have to cook all the time, you know? I'll be happy to cook as well, and you can always just eat out or buy some from the convenience store.
そう言わないでください。私がしたいと思っているんですから。
Alright, well, I'm looking forward to it. Your cooking's seriously amazing.
本当にいっぱい食べてくれましたけど、いつもこんなに食べてるんですか？
To be honest, I think I overate. My stomach is about to burst.
無理はしなくてもよかったのに。
I wasn't. Everything was just so good I couldn't put down my chopsticks. True story.
私も調子に乗って作りすぎたかもしれませんね。明日からはもう少し作る量を加減します。
No need to adjust the flavor, though.
了解です。さてと、じゃあ片付けてしまいましょう。
Yep.
ゆっくりしてていいですよ。片付けは私がしますから。
Come on, I can't do that.
行くんですよ。
Kanna flicks me on the forehead as I move to stand up from the kotatsu. Although there wasn't enough force for it to hurt, it was enough to make me fall back onto my butt.
ほら、本当に苦しそう。残さず食べてくれたお礼じゃないですけど、まあ感謝の印のようなものですよ。
Alright, fine. Kanna carries the dishes over to the sink to wash them. As I stare at her from behind, I can't help but think back to this morning. No, I can't right now. My stomach hurts too much. If I were to do any intense physical activity right now, I'd probably throw up. And I don't want that. Guess I'll just rest. I resigned myself to laying on the kotatsu while I watch Kanna busy herself with the dishes. Afterwards, the two of us continued lazing around, doing nothing in particular. Since it's still New Year's, there's quite a variety of holiday programs being broadcast tonight. Kanna and I sit together under the kotatsu watching the TV, watching a movie about an ordinary man on the run from the police after being framed as a terrorist. It isn't a very serious flick. It has some funny gags here and there. Overall, it's fairly enjoyable. Finding myself engrossed in film, I watch intently until the end credits, and give my back a big stretch. That was pretty decent, huh? In response, when I looked beside me, I found Kanna leaning over the cots, already fast asleep. As we were up pretty late last night, we got up pretty early this morning too. No wonder she's tired. I got her out of the kotatsu and lift her up. Kinda heavy. No, scratch that. She isn't particularly heavy. It's just simply difficult to lift a person who's completely passed out. Carry her to the bed and gently set her down. After working at the cafe, I'm exercising my body a lot more than I used to. I'm still kind of weak, huh? I guess Kanna's jets are pretty heavy too. Not that I'm complaining. I lightly pressed my hands together in reverence before pulling the covers over her sleeping body. I enjoyed the time we spent together. I've had that thought many times. Nevertheless, the unease I felt this afternoon still remains firmly rooted in my chest. The reason I've been so excited about moving in with Kanna is probably because it's a first for me. Living together with someone, making a life with them. Until now, I've always considered those two things one and the same. I feel like I've come to realize that they're completely different, even though it hasn't been that long at all, very long at all. The past couple days have been nothing but firsts for me. First time having sex, my first time living together with someone. By anyone's standards, I loved my mom. I don't hate my dad either, although I do have a hard time dealing with him sometimes. But if you asked me whether I had really lived with either of them up until now, mostly I'd have a hard time answering. Getting married, a ceremony, having kids, raising a family and living together. These are all things that I want to do. However, this is something I can picture clearly in my head. Can't imagine it. But I think that my feeling for Kanna right now are love. What does it mean to truly love someone? God, that was so cringe. My back, my chest, my whole body is itching with cringe. Even I realized that was an terribly cringe-worthy thing to say. Apparently, I seem to have a habit of saying some rather embarrassing things when I find myself at a loss. For now, though, there's no point thinking about it anymore. Like I thought to myself before, no matter how much I try, I won't be able to imagine it until I actually experience it. As long as I don't give up, I'm sure I'll figure things out. Never gone out with a girl, let alone have sex. Had sex. Yet here I am now, living together with my girlfriend. An unbelievable change from the life I'd been leading just a few months prior. But I'm able to do it. I'm able to attain such happiness. That's why from now on, as long as I'm with Kanna, I'm sure I'll manage. Softly stroke her sleeping face with my finger. Yeah, I'll manage, as long as I'm with her. Anyway, I guess I should hit the sack too. Stand up and go to switch off the lights. And I slip into bed alongside Kanna. Sorry about this. Push her body a little further towards the other side of the narrow bed. As I've made enough space for myself, I slowly close my eyes. So warm.
やっぱりそういうことを気にしてたんですね。生活が大きく変わるとなったら不安も感じることがあるでしょうけど、変なことを気にしすぎなんですよ。何も知らないのは私だって同じなんですけどね。今までずっと死神だったんですから。不安なのは私だって一緒ですよ。それにそもそも勘違いをしてる気がするんですよね、昴生さんって。よいしょっと。勝手に自分だけで心配をしないでください。家族っていうのは一人でなるものではなくて二人でなるものなんですから。幸せにするとかしないとかじゃなく、二人で一緒に幸せを積み上げていくものなんですからね。おっと、少し苦しかったでしょうか。
さ
あ、ちょっともう、そんなにおっぱいが好きなんですか？いやらしい人なんですから。でも そんなところも好きです。
That was a first for both of us. This was a first for both of us. There may be times when things don't go well. There may be times when we fight about
で
things.
もきっと家族っていうのはそういうことです。私たちはこれから家族になるんです。失敗したっていいんです。途中で諦めたりしなければ。あとその前にもう少し恋人であることも楽しみましょうね。カフェステラと死神の蝶。
It's kind of hard to breathe. I feel like I'm being smothered. Rather, there's something blocking my mouth. Slowly open my eyes. As I do, I was smart to start censoring. Her titties are out. I found myself face to face with two large white mochi cakes. Boobs! What are these two pretty pink nipples doing here? Stop that, I told you I'm not lactating, Kanna says in her sleep. For the time being, it's that continuous sucking on her breasts. This pure bliss. I could suck on these forever, but if Kanna were to wake up, she'd probably call me a pervert, or say that I'm actually acting like a big baby. Though it brings me great pain, I have to stop. Hold on a second. Why are her boobs out in the first place? Had I taken off her clothes without even being aware of it? Is it even possible to do something like that in your sleep? Do I even have the dexterity for such a feat? If not, does that mean Kanna undressed herself and pulled out her own tits? Nah, I doubt she'd do something that perverted. Still, that porcelain skin, those large, plump mounds, those pale, and he's going back in. Ah, crap! I started sucking on them again unconsciously. Just what it is about nipples that fascinates men so much.
何を哲学みたいに語ってるんですか。
You make it sound like some sort of philosophical question, Kanna says. Gosh, please don't unconsciously suck on my breasts. What are you, some kind of titty-sucking goblin? Kanna says. Ah, yes! The titty-sucking goblin. Your boobs are just too tempting,
褒
Kanna.
められてる気がしないです
That's
し。
not a compliment and I don't
嬉しくもないです。
appreciate it, Kanna says. Wait, I wasn't fooling around while you were asleep, I swear. I just woke up with your nipples already in my mouth. Though, well, I guess I can't deny I might have taken off your clothes while I was still half asleep. Fine, I'll let you off this time since I may or may not have been half asleep too, Kanna says. What do you mean?
内緒です。
It's a secret.
体も冷えてきたので。
Anyway, it's getting chilly, so I'm pulling my shirt down, Kanna says. Aww. There we go. Ignoring my pouch, she gets up from the bed. Then she fixes her bra and clothes. Farewell, sweet nipples. Till we meet again.
また何かくだらないことを考えてそうですよね、昴生さん。
Perish the thought, milady.
なんでたまに欧米みたいになるんだろう、この人。
Don't worry about it. Anyway, good morning.
おはようございます。それで、今日もコーヒーでいいですか？
Sure, that'd be great. Actually, why don't I make breakfast? I was thinking toast, a fried egg, maybe a salad. That's not too plain, is it? That's all I can really make, to be honest.
はい、もちろんです。
I rise from the bed as well and set to work. First, I go to open the fridge. Suddenly, the doorbell rings. Would it be this early? It has to be Nozomi. However, I open the door and find that it is, not in fact her.
明けましておめでとう。
Oh, hi, Susan. Happy New Year.
ちゃんと起きてたか。スマホにも連絡を入れたんだけど、見てない？
You did? Oh, sorry, I haven't checked my phone yet.
いや、事前に連絡をしてなかったのはこっちだから。明けましておめでとうございます、鈴音さん。あれ、カンナさん？明けましておめでとう？ あれ、カンナさんも一緒。しかもその服って寝巻きだよね。
They're just one by one finding out that they fuck. Hey, we're just about to have breakfast actually. Want to join us?
バナナとミルク？
What the heck? We weren't even caught in the act today! No, just normal eggs and toasted eggs, and maybe a salad.
なんだ。びっくりした。でも気持ちだけでいいよ。もう食べてきたから。コーヒーも入れられますけど。もう、もらえるなら牛乳もらえる？わかりました。牛乳ね。牛の乳ね。
Obviously! Anyways, come inside already. I assume you wanted to talk about something. What's with everyone talking about breast milk all the fucking time?
二人が付き合ってるのは承知してたけど、まさか同棲までしてるとは。いろいろとありまして、年が明けるとともに一緒に暮らすことになりました。はあ、こっちに帰ってくるなり同棲とはね。実家で何かあったの？まあ、いろいろと。まあ、そうだよね。この短期間で同棲までしてるんだから。ちなみに、幸せ？はい。なら、私が口を出すことじゃないよね。何か困ったことがあったら、私の部屋においで、かくまってあげるから。ありがとうございます。その際には逃げ込ませてもらいます。
Hold on, let's talk about shelter and refuge. Like, what, do you think there's a possibility I'm gonna do something horrible to her down the line?
朝っぱらから妖怪乳しゃぶりに遭遇すれば、そんなことを言いたくもなりますよ。
The titty sucking goblin. Who could resist sucking on such cute nipples, though? Well, do you want the blame here?
妖怪乳しゃぶり。
Wait, don't give me that look.
そんな新たな妖怪が生まれてるなんて、ドン引きするでしょう、普通。
Look, honestly, hold on.
フローチャート画面です。
I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed the chapter isn't called Titty Sucking Goblin. Look, forget that. Why'd you stop by anyways, isn't it? I figured you'd be spending your New Year's in bed all the way up till tomorrow.
昨日ライムのメッセージ、やっぱ確認してないか、その。すみません。昨日の夜はいつの間にか寝てしまっていて。
I'd been watching a movie before that!
そうなんだ。二人とも見てないから、てっきり。いや、なんでもないや。
Blushing, Susan clears her throat and takes a swig of milk.
明日から営業再開だけど、その前に掃除をしようってことになったんだよ。本来なら年末に大掃除すべきだったんだろうけど。
But I don't think anyone was really in the mood to clean after the holiday rush.
私が下準備をしようと思ってただけだったんだけどね。いつの間にかみんなで掃除をしようかって話になって。絶対に全員が集まらなきゃいけないわけでもないんだけどね。みんなで集まるのを知らなかったってのは寂しいでしょ。荷物を置きに来たついでに確認しに来たわけ。二人一緒だとは思わなかったけど。
Thanks for being so considerate. I appreciate it. I don't have anything particular to do today, so I'll be happy to help. I'll be happy to come and help you prep for tomorrow while I'm at it.
私もぜひ参加させてください。
明けましておめでとう。
おめでとうございます。結局全員集まっちゃいましたね。
なんかごめんなさい。私が掃除とか言い出しちゃったから。
それを言い出したらそもそもの原因は私だよ。原因とか謝罪が必要なことじゃないですよ。それくらいお店に愛着があるってことです。いいことですよ、これは。
Actually, sure you have the time to help out here, Nozomi.
お父さんにはちゃんと許可をもらってるよ。心配はご無用。大晦日からずっと手伝い続けてたからね。
Are you sure you want to spend your Are you sure you want to spend your day off working?
正直お正月の特番ってあんまり興味もないしね。うちでゆっくりしてるのも落ち着かなくって。
Gotta do something about that workaholic attitude of yours sooner rather than later.
いつまでも話してないで。そろそろ始めてはどうだ？
そうですね。分担はどうしましょうか？キッチンは私がやるよ。普段から使ってるの私だしね。
となると私はフロアの方か。
We're gonna be assigned to our regular posts. That means I'm going to be split off from Kanna. Not just for the cleaning duty. I won't be able to see her while I'm at school or while we're working at the cafe either. That's gonna be a tough pill to swallow. What is phrasing?
冬だからね。
It'd be a hell of a lot warmer if I could feel Kanna's skin.
ここでそういうこと言うのやめてほしいな。妖怪乳しゃぶり。
He has become the titty-sucking goblin. Please don't call me that!
別に離れ離れってほどでもないでしょうが。壁を隔てたすぐそこにいるんだから。情けないこと言ってないで。働く働く。カンナさんだって真面目に働いてるんだよ。
On the other side of the wall. She's right. If I want to see her, I should hurry up and finish my task. Let's get to it. Firing myself up, I go back to wringing out the dishcloth. Meanwhile...
空気が冷たい。
冬だからね。
昴生さんと一緒ならもっと暖かいのに。
そういうのここで持ち出さないでほしいな。
すみません。そうですよね。仕事は仕事。きっちりしないと。
そうそう。暖房もそろそろ効いてくるだろうし、高峰くんも我慢して今頃はしっかり働いてるんだから。
昴生さんもちゃんと働いてるんですよね。はあ、真剣な顔で働いてる昴生さん。かっこいい。想像だけでもだえてる。
なんか精神年齢下がってない？
すみません。そうみたいです。一緒に暮らし始めてまだ2日なのに。え？一緒に暮らしてるんですか？はい。実は込み入った事情もありまして、年明けから。おっとなー。あ、同棲ってことはやっぱりもうお二人は親に遊ばせられてるんですよね。それはまあたしなみ程度には。たしなみとな。あれはたしなみ。
なんで墨染さんまで恥ずかしそうにもだえるの？いえ、別に何でもない
ですよ。何も見てないですからね。カンナさん、大人の雰囲気だったのに、今はもう体は大人、心は子供。恋は人をこんな風に狂わせるんですね。すみません。自分でも少し驚いています。少し離れるくらいでこんなこと。それってやっぱり体を開発されちゃったから。いえ、そこまででは。あくまでたしなみ程度ですから。あれでたしなみか。たしなみ程度って何なんだろう。なんか余計に気になってきちゃいます。
火打ち谷さんってそういうのに食いつきがいいわよね。
え？はしたなくてすみません。私にはまだ好きな人がいないからですかね。なんか気になっちゃって。
その気持ちはまあわかる。
ですよねですよね。そこらへんどうなんですか？恋ってどんな感じですか？どんなと問われても正直どう答えればいいか。とりあえず心臓が大変でしょうか。一緒にいればドキドキして、何気ない些細な仕草にキュンキュンして、離れるとトクントクンと切なくなって、世話しない感じです。今こうして思い出してるだけでもドキンドキンってときめいちゃって嫌ですよ、もう。ちなみに一番心臓がヤバかったのはどんな時なんです？優しく触れられたり、ああ、私のことを好きでいてくれてるっていう時でしょうか。心臓もそうなんですが、嬉しすぎて頭の中がドロドロになったみたいだったかもですね。頭の中がドロドロ。想像がつかない。頭の中っていうか、お口がドロドロ。
何言ってるの？
なんでもないです。すみません。こればっかりは言葉ではうまく伝えられる気がしませんね。それくらい素敵なことです。
はいはい、ごちそうさま。
ドロドロになるって一体どんなのなんだろう。変な匂いとかするんじゃないかな。そういうものなの？いや、ただのイメージだから気にしないで。
ところでお前たち、今が掃除する時間であることを忘れてやおらんか。
すみません。
カンナも顔を緩ませてのろけていないで働け。
はい、すみません。
やれやれ。とはいえ、そんなバカ面をするくらいには幸せなら何よりだ。
ありがとうございます。
My back is killing me.
そう？私はそんなことないけど。
I guess kitchen sink's just too low for a guy like me.
厨房の方は大体終わったけど、そっちはどう？こっちも大体終わりました。
Like, she probably has it a bit easier. She doesn't have to bend down as much.
休憩室など裏の方も終わらせたぞ。
あとは最後にモップをかけるくらいですか？
お、外の看板の掃除を忘れてた。ちょっときれいにしてくる。
とりあえず大体は終わってるなら人手はこんなに必要ないよね。昴生、掃除はもういいよ。
Okay, do you have something else for me to do?
新たな任務を与える。夕食の買い出しに行ってきなさい。働いたらお腹が空くからね。みんなで食べられる料理を作ろうと思って。ありがたいです。実はとってもお腹が減っちゃって。
うん、そういうことならば経費として費用は出そう。
何を作るんですか？それは買い出し班に任せる。小難しい料理でなければなんとかなるでしょう。
Let me decide.
とにかく買い出しに行くこと。一人だと大変だろうから他にも誰か誘えば。誰かって言っても他にいないよね。気を使ってもらったんでしょうか。
Probably. But we may as well take them up on their kindness, and I'll take any excuse to spend more time with you.
実は結構寂しかったです。
Me too. Just to make up for the time we'd spent apart, kinda nice to snuggle up close to each other as we walk.
ただの買い物なのにとっても特別。 大好きですよ。
As Kanna smiles at me, I feel the corners of my own mouth lift as well. No doubt I have a big goofy grin on my face right now. But even so, I can't stop smiling even if I want to. That's just how happy I am in this moment. One more time, please.
しょうがないですね。大好き。ちなみに私もお返しとか欲しかったり。
I love you too.
ありがとうございます。
You say you love me. Feels like it wipes away all my fatigue. Almost feels like it makes my body warmer too.
私も熱くなります。
Although it's only been 2 days, it's also been a very intense couple of days for our relationship. Perhaps that's why this euphoria hasn't left us yet. In fact, I'm sure the both of us want to keep it going even longer. I really want to kiss you right now.
気持ちはわかりますけど却下です。というか同じ気持ちですけど、さすがにこんな人がいる場所ではできません。
Well, I don't know how I'm gonna make it through work tomorrow.
確かに私も怖いです。今のうちから気持ちを切り替えられるようにしておかないと。まずは夕食の買い出しですけど、何を買いましょうか。
I guess it's all up to us. From the number of people, I'd say curry or some kind of stew would be the obvious choice. Gonna go with something simple yakiniku wouldn't be a bad choice
や
either.
っぱり体が温まる料理がいいですね。
Something warm that we can all eat together. How about nabe? It's a winter classic.
それはそうですけど、お店に土鍋はないですよ。
You can just buy one. I'm sure we can find a store by the station that sells one. And we can take the pot home with us afterwards. Since we're living together now, I'm sure we'll find enough opportunities to use it.
はい、そうですね。そう言われると鍋以外には考えられなくなってきました。
Mosquito bitch. Fucking mosquitoes are starting to show up. Piece of shit. Right. While we're at it, we should buy a portable stove too. They sell them at supermarkets this time of year, so it shouldn't be too hard to find one.
でも荷物がかなり増えてしまいますね。体疲れてるんじゃないですか？
Well, my lower back does hurt a little, but I'm willing to put up with anything if it means getting to see a smile.
なら甘えさせてもらっちゃいますね。その代わりと言ってはなんですが、後でマッサージをしてあげます。
Do you know how to give massages?
おじいちゃんやおばあちゃんに腸がつきまとう時にマッサージなんかをしてあげていたんですよ。体の痛みを楽にできることもですが、子供や孫との触れ合いを思い出したりすることもあるので。
That's kinda sad. Once inside, it can be a pretty cool place, huh? Anyways, let's go buy the nabe pot first. Then we can go shopping for groceries.
白菜にお肉は豚？牛？昆布と魚でも出汁を取りましょうか。冷めれば帝さんも食べられるかも。
Mikado never used to participate in any of our gatherings. I can see why. Suppose it's only draw undue attention to the fact that he can't eat any of our food. Ow! Crap, that's hot.
大丈夫ですか？やけどをしちゃいました。
Just my tongue a bit.
はい。
The others are just sitting around the table like. Could you please save that for when you're alone? Would be lovely. Anyways. Oh, that's good. What?
先輩、子供みたいでかわいい。かわいいかな？まるっきりお子ちゃまでむしろ恥ずかしいと思うけど。昴生くん、脳みそ退化してない？やっぱり恋って体を大人に心は子供にしちゃうんですね。普段からああやって食べさせてるのかな。
二人っきりじゃないってことちゃんと分かってる？
Of course we know that.
はい、 だからちゃんと人目を気にして我慢してるんじゃないですか。
我慢してるの？
普段は一体どんなことをしてるんだろう。
きっと食事中には考えない方がいいことだと思うよ。
そういうものですか？
今は鍋の味を楽しむのが一番だよ。
やっぱり鍋はいいなぁ。締めの中華麺も楽し
家でお鍋あんまりしないの？
み。そんなこともないですけど、割と適当に作っちゃうので。あとうちは雑炊の方が多いんです。
帝さんは美味しいですか？
うまい。魚の臭みの消し方もいい。
ありがとうございます。でもさっきから魚しか食べてませんけど、足ります？
十分だ。ちゃんと満足したとも。カリカリではない。素晴らしい。
え？カリカリ？
なんでもない。
帝さんは昔から小食なんですよ。
でもまさか鍋ごと買ってくるとは思わなかった。
昴生君ってそういう大胆というか雑なところがあるもんね。
Come on, to say that. You said Nabe was a great idea, didn't you?
まあね。
Also, I'm gonna take the pot home afterwards. That's why I bought it with my own money. It was always too much trouble to make Nabe for myself, and I was living alone, so I didn't own one before.
はっはー、なるほど。一人暮らしなら一苦労でも二人でなら話は別だと。もう何かにつけてそんなのろけないでくださいよ。
My bad, that's not what I was trying to do. Eventually, our little New Year's get-together comes to an end and everyone's spirits recharge. Eventually, our little New Year's get-together comes to an end with everyone's spirits recharged for the next day. After washing the Nabe pot, I prepare to take it home with me. All I've got left to do is change, but the other girls are changing at the moment. I should be done soon.
さて、私も帰るとするか。
Huh? But don't you live here?
ここに曲がりをしていた理由は、カンナも一緒だったからだ。一人であれば、我が輩が心地よく暮らせる場所もあるのだ。ではな。
はい。明日からもよろしくお願いします。
See you tomorrow. Perhaps he's going back to the realm of the Ket Sith. He did say he was a duke, so maybe he has his own estate or something. As I'm having those thoughts, I hear voices coming from the back of the cafe.
にしてもこの時期の鍋は最高ですよね。
体が温まるからね。
お鍋の出汁が美味しかったです。
喜んでもらって何より。
They're gonna have sex at the cafe. They established that Mikoto was gonna be gone because he doesn't live here anymore due to him not having the necessity for the room upstairs. And the others are already done changing and are probably gonna leave. So they're gonna have sex in their uniforms. That's at least what I'm expecting here.
それじゃあ先に失礼するから。
お先に失礼しますね。
お疲れさん。
鈴音さんも帰るんですか？帰るのは一緒のマンションなのに。
君らと一緒に帰るなんて嫌だよ。もうお腹いっぱい。これ以上見てたら胸焼けしそうだからね。
どういう意味ですかそれ？
そのままの意味だよ。じゃあね。
戸締まりはしっかりしてね。
また明日。失礼します。ちょっとうざったがられているんでしょうか。
They might have only been half joking, but they were probably half serious too. I guess Kanna and I did get a little carried away. We're both gonna have to try acting more normal whenever we're apart. I have to remember school is gonna be starting up again for me soon. Anyways, we'd better be careful from now on.
はい、そうですね。そのためにも今のうちに充電しておいた方がいいかもしれませんよね。
I throw my arms wide open, smiling happily. Kanna leaps into my chest. As I hug her tightly, she lets out a strange but delighted noise. She hugs me back, gluing her body closely against mine.
あったか
You're so soft.
ーい。またそんないやらしいことを言うんですから。
That's just how cute you are,
そ
Kanna.
れ文脈つながっていないと思うんですけど。
Don't worry, it makes sense to me. Anyways, I'm just really glad that you're showing your affection so openly. She's showing no intention of letting go of my body. In fact, she slowly leans more and more of her weight into my arms.
私をこんな風にしたのは昴生さんですよ。昴生さんの気持ちが私をこんな風にしたんです。だから大好きですよ。
Okay, she just said I love you. I love you too.
どうしましょう。口元緩んじゃって。
Is there anything else you want me to do?
ならもっとギュッてしてほしいです。
Let me know if I'm doing it too hard.
幸せです。
Sure is.
それっておっぱいが当たってるからですか？
Well, that's not the only reason, but it's definitely one.
エッチ。
Speaking of which, didn't you say we're gonna give me a massage earlier?
はい、もちろん覚えてますよ。 どうですか？
Great. It feels great. Kind of firmly massages my back and shoulders. The pleasure I'm feeling isn't sexual, but I can't help but grunt like an old man nonetheless.
それじゃあもう少し強めにいきますよ。
Ah! That feels amazing. Wait harder, please.
これ以上強くしちゃうと揉み返しを起こしちゃいそうなんですよね。この感じだと。
What do you mean?
簡単に言うと力を入れすぎて筋肉なんかを傷つけてしまうんです。だからあんまり強くしすぎない方がいいです。
Okay, well, this still feels amazing. Keep going just like that. True to a word, Kanna really is good at giving massages. It's because she's practiced for such a long time. The dull pain in my shoulders and neck quickly melt away at her touch.
腰なんかもできるといいんですが、布団やベッドがないとできませんから。それはまた家に帰ってから。
Alright, I can't wait for that.
はい。これくらいでしょうか。
Wow, my shoulders feel so much lighter. Thanks.
そう言ってもらえると嬉しいです。
But since you made me feel this good, it's only right that I return the favor.
いえ、そんなに気にしてもらわなくても平気ですよ。
I want to return the favor. I draw close to Kanna.
いや、昴生さん？
Massage felt amazing. Seriously amazing.
はい、ありがとうございます。
So I want to return the favor?
やらしい人ですよね、昴生さんは。
Sighing in resignation, Kanna plops herself down on my chair. Stand behind her and begin rubbing her shoulders. You know, your shoulders are surprisingly stiff.
そうなんですか？あまり気にしたことはないんですけど。
Maybe they just feel that way since certain other parts of your body are so soft. Anyway, you said it wasn't good to apply too much pressure, right?
そうですね。なので、あまり強く揉まれると。
Oops, did that hurt?
いえ、そういうわけではなくて、つい声が漏れてしまって。
Alright then, how about a little bit harder?
昴生さん結構上手。
Thanks, no. I've never really done this for anyone before, though. Hey, it's because your shoulders are so stiff. If I have to guess, most of the stiffness is due to the sides of her breasts. As I look at her from above like this, it suddenly strikes me again. Tits are so damn big!
なんか、やらしい視線を感じます。というか、徐々に手も肩から降りてきてるような気がするんですけど。
I just thought it'd give you a nice massage down here too.
嘘つき。最初からそのつもりだったくせに。
Well, you knew that from the start too, didn't you?
まあ、一応。
Well then, ma'am, allow me to continue.
なんだか、マッサージものの AV の気分です。
Despite her grumbling, however, Kanna leans back in her chair, surrendering herself over to me. Now I feel like I can just lift up your arms for me, Kanna.
こう
Like this, Kanna says, and the HC. It's technically still something I could show if I wanted to. I'm not. Why the fuck? Why in the goddamn hell is the armpit weirdly detailed? Anyways, see you after the sex scene. They're done. And remember how I was saying, like, wow, why the fuck is the armpit so overly detailed? He started out licking it, like, almost right a fucking way. So I guess that's the reply to that. The two of us stay in place until we finally calm down. Once we've caught our breaths, we clean ourselves off. I have a bad feeling. Afterwards, we wipe the room down one more time. Quite a bit of our bodily fluids had even splattered onto the floor. Can't say I was expecting to have to clean up again after all that cleaning we did earlier.
まあ、仕方ありません。私たちのせいですから。身から出たサビではなくて、身から出た汁？
Very funny.
すみません。
What for?
私が、感じすぎたせいで、掃除する羽目になってしまって。
It's not just your fault, Kanna. A lot of these fluids are mine too. Besides, the fact that there's so much to clean just goes to show how mind-blowing it felt.
そんなこと、改めて言われると、とても恥ずかしいです。
I mean, we were saying much more embarrassing things a couple of minutes ago.
あの時は、興奮して、タガが外れてしまったと言いますか。冷静になってる時に言われると困るんですよ。
You don't regret doing it, do you?
後悔はしてませんよ。私も気持ちよかったですし、何より幸せでしたから。
Yeah, me too. Having sex with you doesn't just feel physically good, it's pure bliss as well.
はい。
In fact, I kind of want to experience this again.
さっきあんなに出したのに。
Pretty
こ
please.
の調子だと終わりがなさそうだからダメです。
Kanna.
そんな風に甘えてもダメです。ダメったらダメ。ほんと、ちょっと元気良すぎませんか？そんな簡単に回復するものなんですか？
I had no idea either. I guess it's true what they say about turning into a monkey. I've tried masturbating multiple times in a row before, but I've never actually been able to do it. On the other hand, sex with Kanna is so incredible that I doubt I'll ever get tired of it. Just goes to show how much I love you, Kanna.
嬉しいような、呆れるような。
Deciding not to press any further, I focus my attention back on cleaning.
施錠よし。ちゃんと全部閉めましたよね。
Yeah, we already double checked, don't worry.
それじゃあ帰りましょうか。
Kanna smiles warmly at me. My girlfriend really is just the cutest. Say, Kanna,
なんかまたやらしい目をしてます。
he's a bit hypocritical hearing that from you.
ここ外ですよ。それに今日はもう。
Something tells me that I only need one more push to make her fold. You know, you said you don't want to do any more today. But what about a kiss?
キスですか？
Yeah, a kiss.
キスだけならダメじゃないですね。
Kanna?
その代わりではないですけど、お願いがあります。
Don't know you out afterwards.
あ、
Very quick. Feeling of these lips. The mysterious sweetness of this pleasant scent. Whenever we have sex, I'm able to feel Kanna with my entire body. But whenever we kiss, it feels as if her entire being is spread through me. Open your mouth a little, don't.
こうですか。
Oh no, they're startled again. Kanna lets out a startled gasp when I slide my tongue into her mouth. She soon responds by twining her tongue around mine. Occasionally I'll pull away and trace her lips with my tongue. Cease, please.
今日は強引じゃないですか。
Or using a lot of tongue too, weren't you?
それはキス嫌いじゃありませんから。でもここまで。これ以上はダメです。
Yeah, you're right. We gotta control ourselves. And I've already had my fill anyway. So, what was that request you had?
忘れてなかったんですね。ごまかされてるのかと思いましたよ。
I'm not some sneezely playboy. I wouldn't do that. Doubt I even could if I doubt I even could, even if I wanted to. So yeah, what is it?
私のことを信頼してもらえませんか？
Come on, have I ever doubted you? For a moment I thought Kanna was only teasing me, but the expression on her face says otherwise. Wait, did I ever do something that would make you think that?
愛って誰かを愛するのってどんな感じなんだろう。
What? Holy cringe! My back, my chest, my whole body is itching with cringe!
でもこれを言ったのは昴生さんですよね。
Yeah, but I didn't think you were listening.
盗み聞きしたような言い方をされるのは心外ですね。聞かれて困る話なら誰もいないところで言ってもらわないと。
You could have at least given me a sign if you were awake. If you did, I wouldn't have said something so embarrassing.
そしたら私、昴生さんの本心が聞けなかったですよ。
I kinda wish you hadn't. Things I worry about are pretty sad.
そうですか？私は情けないだなんて思ってません。俺のものはお前のもの。お前のものは俺のもの。
Where's this coming from?
そう言ったのは昴生さんですよ。もう忘れたんですか？
Oh. When you wanted to use my coffee beans, right?
でもそれってコーヒーだけの話じゃありません。悩みだって不安だって私のものですよ。だから今度はちゃんと聞かせてください。寝ている時に漏れ聞くような話じゃなく、ちゃんと聞かせてください。
Do I have a choice in the matter?
そりゃあ無理やり強引に聞き出すことは私にはできません。でもキスはもうしちゃいましたよ。お願いがあるって言ったら後で聞くって言ってキスをしましたよね。キスしましたよね。キスしましたよね。
Okay, you're scaring me. So, I wouldn't go as far as to say it's been troubling me. It's just something that's been on my mind. It's nothing you need to worry about. My feelings for you haven't changed in the slightest. That's why I didn't think I needed to bring it up with you. Is that what I mean?
はい。昴生さんが愚かであることが。
Wow, that was uncalled for.
そんなの一人で考えたって答えが出るわけないじゃないですか。相手があってこそのものなんですから。
Well, yeah, I guess.
心配しなくてもちゃんと私のことを愛してくれてますよ。私には愛されてる実感があります。朝起きたら私の分も朝食を用意してくれていたり、私が作った料理を美味しいって食べてくれたり、私の話に耳を傾けてくれる。いつも私のことを気遣って優先してくれる。私に触れるときは優しくて、抱きしめるときは力強い。それに、あとはまあ、気持ちよくしてもらってますから。ね。その気持ちは、ちゃんと私に伝わってますよ。まあ、時に強すぎる気持ちが暴走してる気がしないでもないですけど、激しすぎますよ。
Kanna. I know you like it, though.
そりゃあまあ、気持ちいいのが嫌いなわけないじゃないですか。ともかく、そのままでいいんです。 変に考え込まなくても私のことを愛してくれてますよ。
Glad to hear you say that. I don't know. It feels like I'm being sweet talked. Like I'm being deceived by a fox or tanuki or something.
誰がキツネかタヌキですか。バカしてもいないです。私の本心です。だから昴生さんには私が教えてあげます。
Teach me what?
幸せを。人を愛すること。愛した人と家族になること。そして家族を増やすこと。子供を愛すること。家族と一緒に生きていくこと。その全部、嬉しさや楽しさにあふれた幸せを私が教えてあげます。
I guess so. There's no use in worrying about all this by myself. You're right, Kanna. But I need to figure this all out on my own. We're in this together from now on, after all.
はい。でも、私に約束できるのは未来のことだけです。
Oh, well, I guess so. I don't really hate him or to hold a grudge against him, though.
でも気にはなってるはずですよ。
Well,
と言いますか、今のままだと私が気になるんです。これは私のためでもあります。だから、私のために頑張ってみてくれませんか？
if you do, will you give me a reward?
ご褒美って。
I mean, I can't guarantee that we can work things out. So if the worst happens, I'll need you to comfort me, if you know what I mean.
傷つく結果でなかったら、そういう必要はありませんよね。
Well, not quite like I said. Please give me a reward.
わかりましたよ。もう言い出したのは私ですし、私の幸せのために頑張ってくれるなら、結果はどうあれご褒美を差し上げます。
That's legally binding. I won't let you say you forgot afterwards. Got that?
わかってます。だから昴生さんも約束をちゃんと守ってくださいよ。
I know, I promise. If it's for Kanna's sake, then I'll do it.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Morning already. When I woke up, I opened my eyes to find a sleeping Kanna, or rather her breasts right in front of me. But unfortunately her nipples aren't there to greet me today. I really want to see them though. No, I need to control myself. I want her calling me a titty-sucking goblin again. Besides, if I do suck them, I don't think I'll be able to stop.
おはようございます。昴生さ
Morning.
ん。もう起きる時間ですか？
Yeah, it's back to work again starting today.
じゃあ、朝食の準備をしますね。
Let me handle it. Is toast alright?
はい、私は構いません。というか、今日も作ってもらえるんですか？
As long as you're okay with something simple like yesterday.
文句なんてありませんよ。
How do you want your eggs? Something set up? Scrambled? Boiled?
目玉焼きでお願いできますか？
Sure thing. I have to admit though, I'm not the best at coming up with different breakfast ideas. Probably because Nozomi's been taking care of it all for me this time. For me all this time. Maybe I should try my hands at a Japanese-style breakfast instead to change things up.
ベーコンとかソーセージとか、できることはいろいろとありますよ。あと、ピザトーストなんかも。
Pizza toast. I've made it before, but that does sound pretty interesting. I'll have to remember to buy some cheese and salami next time. But that's for another time.
ところで、昴生さん。今日はいつから起きていたんですか？
A little while before you said good morning to me, I guess. Probably less than a minute earlier.
本当に？
Yeah, really. Why do you ask?
別に。
Why, is there something wrong?
問題というわけではなくて、今日は乳首をしゃぶってなかったなぁと。
Did you want me to?
そういう覚悟も一応していたものですから、規制がそがれたと言いますか。
I'm not some slave to my lust, you know.
もうしゃぶらないんですか？
Can I?
それはもう、そんな朝があっても怒りはしません。
Really? Then.
今日はもうダメです。時間も迫ってますから。
Oh. It's another sappy, silly conversation as usual. As we chat, I crack a few eggs into my heated frying pan. Right, I'm going now.
はい。食器を片付けたら私もすぐに行きますね。
Take your time, there's no rush. I'll see you later. Taking me by surprise, Kanna plants a quick kiss on my
い
lips.
ってらっしゃい。
Smiling cheerfully, she gives me a light push out the door. What are they getting all flustered for? It's just a kiss. We've already done much more than that. I've already seen each other naked. Even so, my heart is still racing, especially since she caught me off guard like that. But I'd be lying if I said the feelings didn't put a spring in my step. Good morning!
おはよ
Why'd you only gotten started? Am I late for
う。
work?
遅刻じゃないよ。帝さんには話したんだけどさ。期間限定、数限定で、今日からモンブランも作ろうと思って。これはその準備。
That explains all these chestnuts. No wonder you're so bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
わ、ちょっとやめてよ。つんまんねえダジャレとか言われたら、ケーキの味までつまらなくなるでしょ。
Hold on, that wasn't intentional, I swear!
前にもくったらねえダジャレを言ってたよね。
No, seriously, it wasn't intentional. Anyways, you should have told me if you needed help today.
どうしようか悩んだんだけどね。二人の時間を邪魔するのも悪い気がして。
Well, I mean, sure, it's important to spend time with my girlfriend. Still, that doesn't mean I plan on neglecting my job either. Neither me nor Kanna.
そっか。恋愛ボケとかしてないならよかった。
Perish the thought. I'm gonna do my job and I'm gonna do it right.
そいつは結構。そんじゃまあ、今年も頑張ってもらいましょうか。
You bet. After that, our cake making proceeds smoothly and we finish our preparations without any problems. Finally, it's time for our first day of business in the new year to begin.
いらっしゃいま
Although the first 3 days of the new year have already passed, students are still on their winter break. Some companies are still on holiday as well. As one would expect, business is a little slower than usual, but the cafe is by no means empty either. Many customers appear to be in town, visiting their parents, looking for a small treat to take back home as gifts for their friends and colleagues. Rather than eating their cakes in store, our takeout cakes seem to be selling much better.
モンブランが2つ、ザッハトルテとチーズケーキ、それぞれ1つずつですね。お持ち歩きの時間はどれくらいでしょうか？
年末年始の休暇のリハビリにはちょうどいい客足だな。
そうね。
なんだか浮かない表情に見えますね。
確かに休み明けにはちょうどいいかもしれないけどね。このまま客足が遠のいていったら困る。
心配はあるまい。冬休みが終われば学生も増え、またいつもの忙しさになるだろうさ。
だといいんだけどね。
きっと平気ですよ。だってほら、お客さんはちゃんと笑ってくれてるじゃないですか。
この店の魅力が失われていない証拠だ。
心配する必要はありませんよ。知ってますか、夏目さん。
何を？
大切な思いっていうのはちゃんと伝わるものなんですよ。
ああ、オチが読めた。どうせ高峰くんに気持ちが伝わったか、もしくはその逆でしょ。はいはい、ごちそうさま。
そんな迷惑そうな顔をしなくてもいいじゃないですか。
のろけ話を聞かされている間ほど無駄な時間もあるまい。
閣下まで扱いがひどくないですか？
言おうとしてた話の内容が違うならちゃんと耳を傾けるけど。
違わないです。
それ見たことか。
しかし気持ちが伝わるというのは覚えておくべきことだな。客を喜ばせたいと思わなくなればそれも伝わるということだ。
覚えとく。そういえば店はありがたいことに順調だけど、死神業務の方はどうなの？秋月さん人間になったんでしょ？
おお、そうだった。そのことで一つカンナに頼みがあるのだ。
頼み？なんでしょう？
それは後でいい。営業中だからな。ほら、新規のお客だ。
はい、いらっしゃいませ。
明けましておめでとう。
大家さん、明けましておめでとうございます。
こちらこそ。
あちらのテーブルでよろしいですか？
ええ。ブレンドもらえるかしら？
承りました。少々お待ちください。
私ね、ずっと楽しみにしてたの。ここで入れてもらうコーヒー美味しいんだもの。休んでる間寂しかったわ。
ありがとうございます。そんな風に言ってもらえて嬉しいです。とっても嬉しい。
お店を貸してよかったと思ってるわ。老い先短い私に楽しみをくれてありがとう。
そう言ってもらえて嬉しいです。でもそんな寂しい言い方はしないでください。
あら、ごめんなさい。でも心配しないで。しぶとく生きて美味しいコーヒーを楽しみ続けるつもりだから。
お待ちしております。では今日もとびきりのを入れますね。
よろしくお願いするわね。
カンナさん、何かいいことでもあったんですか？どうしてですか？だって笑ってるじゃないですか。とっても嬉しそうだからいいことがあったのかなって。そうですね。大したことじゃないんですけど、とても素敵なことがありました。
So anyways, I was thinking of making some new things for the breakfast going forward. Aside from sausage and bacon and pizza toast, of course. Do you have any other good breakfast ideas?
黙れ、この妖怪乳しゃぶりが。
Literally, what did I do just now to deserve being called that?
うるさい！仕事をおろそかにするつもりはないって言ったくせにのろけばっかり。いい加減うざいの。
I wasn't trying to brag though. I just wanted your advice on what to make kind of a breakfast.
それがのろけなの？仕事の邪魔蹴っ飛ばすぞ。
What did I do to deserve that?
ったく、何の悩みもなく幸せなのは十分分かったから。
I mean, I wouldn't exactly say we have no worries. You know, would you mind if I asked you some other advice?
ただいま受付時間外となっております。
Oh, that's called.
逼迫してるなら考えもしたけど、意外と余裕がありそうだから。
Still don't think Susanna could have been of much help anyway. After my talk with Kanna yesterday, I've decided to give my dad a call. However, he appears to be busy with work. My God, what was the voicemail? Nevertheless, I left him a message. But as time passed, I feel my resolve beginning to waver. Why does this always happen? Wish I could have gotten it over with rather than have to worry about it.
ちょっといいですか？
Kanna, what's wrong? Is there some kind of problem outside?
いえ、そうではないんですが、ちょっと相談がありまして。
From the sound of things, this isn't about work. Susanna?
はいはい、お好きにどうぞ。今は別に忙しくないから休憩ってことで。
Thanks. So what's going on?
実は帝さんから頼み事をされまして。
Favor. That's unusual coming from him.
その内容なんですが、死神の仕事を手伝ってほしいと。
Me guiding the souls of the dead, collecting
はい。
butterflies.
特にこのお店の場合、新たな死神を増やすよりもそっちの方が都合がいいだろうからって。 それに私は元死神で前向きになった魂の代表みたいなものですから、そういう部分でも手伝ってほしいと。あと私も使ってしまった魂の力の分働いて返す必要があると思うんです。
Yeah, but how the fuck would this work? The only reason I'm speaking to Kanna right now is because I intentionally used the power of those wayward butterflies. But since the end result was essentially the same as if those butterflies had been reincarnated, I assumed that that was that. Just to be clear, that doesn't mean that you're gonna turn back into a Grim Reaper, right?
はい、もちろん。もしそんな条件がつくのなら私も断ってますよ。
Alright, I have nothing against it then. But if there's nothing to worry about, then why'd you need to come talk to me about
で
it?
も引き受けるとなると生活の時間にも影響が及ぶかもしれませんから、一人で勝手に決めずに話した方がいいと思って。
Sounds like you want to do it.
そうですね。私が幸せになれたことで蝶を導くことができるとしたら、それは素敵なことだと思いますから。
Still got a ways to go before I've paid off my debt too. I think it's a great idea. But wait, are humans able to use that Reaper site they use too?
私も知らなかったんですが、人か死神かよりも使い手の方が重要らしいです。
Oh, really? What about that getup of yours? Wasn't that part of your set?
別にあの服でなければいけないというわけではないはずですよ。ウェイトレス姿でもカマは震えますから。
I think of it, I remember swinging it with lightning speed once before in full view of our customers.
あれはまあ魂に触れる際の霊装のようなものですね。絶対に着なければならないわけではないですよ。
Okay. That was quite something though in its own way. The contrasty black and whites, not to mention those sexy garter belts picking out from underneath the gaps of it in her skirt.
あらまあ、なんだか目がやらしい。
You're definitely saying.
まあいいです。それよりも昨日の約束です。
I haven't forgotten. I'll talk to him. I promise. I tried calling, but but he didn't pick up. I left him on a voicemail too, but he hasn't returned my call yet. Seriously, I did. I'm not lying.
わかってますよ。よかった。ちゃんと勇気を出してくれたんですね。ありがとうございます。
After saying this, Kanna settles down into a chair. Then she gives her thighs 2 quick pats. It's clear as day what that means. I don't even need to ask.
はーい。膝枕ですよ。
Rest my head against her soft yet springy thighs. And that's the best.
膝枕が好きなんですか？
Correction. I love your lap pillow.
よろしい。
Not too heavy, am I?
重いですよ、もちろん。昴生さんは重い人ですからね。
Huh? You're talking about my weight on my personality.
さあ、どっちでしょうね。でも安心してください。好きな人を支えるのは私も好きですから。
Thank you, Kanna. By the way, is this lap pillow supposed to be the reward we agreed
そうです
on?
ね。安心してください。これはまずちゃんと電話してくれた分です。進展具合に応じて、まあそれなりに。
Oh, that sounds exciting.
私も楽しみにしてますので。
Kanna strokes my head, gently, lovingly. As her feelings are being transmitted to me through her fingers. Hey, Kanna,
はい。
I do get to talk to my dad. Will you be there with me?
今さら何を言ってるんですか。ずっと一緒にいるって約束したはずですよ。
Yeah, thanks. Once Kanna's lap pillow has recharged my batteries, I return to work. The day goes by quickly after that, and closing time soon arrives without incident.
それじゃあ昴生さん、帰りましょうか。
Yeah, let's go. Two of us are living together as a couple now, so there's no reason for us to go home separately. Naturally, it goes without saying that I waited for her to finish changing before we left. What?
なんか嬉しくて、こうして二人で帰れるのが。仕事を終わらせて二人の暮らす部屋に帰る。嬉しくないわけないですよ。
Same, going home with you makes me happy too. We've walked side by side like this many times before. Going back to the same apartment together is something that still feels utterly new. With a bounce in her step, Kanna wraps her arm around mine.
寒いですから。
Yeah, it is.
早く暖かくなるといいですね。
You do? Kinda like the cold.
こうやってくっついていられるからとか言うつもりですね。でも昴生さん、よく考えてみてください。
What do you mean?
暖かくなれば薄着になります。そしたらもっとダイレクトに感じられますよ。
You know what? You're right. I can't wait for spring.
本当にわかりやすい人ですね。
That's not the only reason I can't wait, though. Seeing cherry blossoms bloom in the spring, going to the beach in the summer, watching leaves change color in the fall. There's so many things I can't wait to do with you, Kanna.
はい、それは私も楽しみです。
Cold in here. Let me turn on the heater. Thought so too.
お風呂も入れましょうか。先にご飯の方がいいですか？それとも私？
Listen, I just got home from work, alright? If you think I have the energy for that right now, then you're damn right.
なんちゃって
Kanna?
本当にするんですか？今から？じゃれ合いとかではなくて？
Huh? You were joking?
新婚ごっこのつもりだったんですけど、ほら、夕食もまだですから。
Be tough for us to do any strenuous physical activity on a full stomach, though.
でもお風呂もまだ。
Seeing how sweaty we're gonna get, it's probably better we do it after anyway. I pull Kanna into a hug, pressing my lips against hers as I forcibly quiet her objections. Although her eyes widen in shock, they soon glaze over, then reach for her coat and start to take it off.
ちょっと待ってください。ストップ。
Cock block! What?
スマホ。昴生さんのスマホが鳴ってますから。
I don't care, you're more important to me right now.
気持ちはありがたいですけど、ちゃんと出てください。昴生さんに電話があるなんて珍しいじゃないですか。大事な要件に違いありません。
Hey, I admit I don't have many friends, but aren't you being a little rude?
このタイミングですよ。きっと。
I know. Seems as though Kanna herself has quickly guessed who this call is from. That's why she's telling me not to run away. Stealing myself, pull away from her. Then take my phone out of my pocket to check the screen. Sure enough, the caller is exactly what I expected it to be. Hello?
昴生、今話せるか？
Yeah, did you get my voicemail?
俺に大切な話があるんだって？
Kinda. Wait, no, I don't mean kind of important. It's very important, don't get me wrong.
少し落ち着け。なんだ？お前にしては随分と緊張してるな。そんなに大切な話なのか？
Yeah, so I prefer to talk to you about it in person rather than over the phone. Do you think you'll be back in Japan anytime soon?
お前がそんなことを言うなんて初めてだな。
I hear movements outside. Oh well. Ah, she was gonna wait for me too. No offense.
分かってるさ。あさってには帰る。
Seriously? You could just come back on such short notice?
大事な要件なんだろ？
You're not cutting work short because of me, are you? You don't have to do that. It's important, but it's not an emergency or anything. You can wait until you're finished with your current job.
本当にそれでいいのか？
Yeah, it's no problem.
しかし、どんな要件なのか気になるな。予想すらつかん。いい話か悪い話か、それくらいは電話で教えてくれないか？
It's good news, at least it is for me. Someone I want you introduced to, someone I want you to meet.
カフェステラと死神の蝶。
Can't wait for the next episode, Spy Family. God fucking damn it! 1:39:35. I should have been prepared! 1, 39, 35. I was distracted because I was thinking about Spy Family. That's what I fucking get. Ah! Ease. There's just something comforting. There's just something comforting about sucking on a nice tit. Not to mention arousing. You know, this would be extremely fucking awkward to read out if there was actually someone out there right now. Pain. Anyways. You know what else is pain? Having the sensor out of nowhere. Complex, hard to describe feeling was up inside me. That's why I feel so compelled to suck on them. To figure out the true identity of this feeling. There you go, dog. Again, there you go. Talking like some lunatic again, Kanna says. Maybe some ticks, maybe tit-sucking goblins are just philosophers by nature. It really can't be that deep, Kanna says. Hey, I'm not doing this because I'm horny, okay? No, seriously. Today's the day my dad's coming back. So I need a bit of a boost, a bit of courage. You know, something to cheer me up. And my nipples do that for you, Kanna says. Yeah, at least I think so. You don't even know, Kanna says. Alright, fine, Kanna says. Really? I can? Well, I am the one who asked you to talk to Kazufumi. If my tips can make you, can help you in some way, then they're all yours, Kanna says. Don't mind if I do. And he's going to town. Hey, slow down, he says. This is only to help cheer you up. Remember, it's not supposed to be sexual, Kanna says. And now relax, I don't have any ulterior motives. Well, if you say so, still you're being really rough, Kanna says. Oh, come on! You gave me permission! I'm fucking checking what the noise is about. I'll be right back. Okay, the mystery has been solved. The cat was going ballistic. Seeing you shiver in a moment of pleasure certainly did help me cheer up. Alright, I was kidding. But it really did cheer me up. I feel like I'm ready to talk back to my dad face to face now. But the one thing I've always wondered. When the time comes, I want you to be there with me. Thanks. For that, though, I've got to get to work. I'll see you later. As usual, Kanna waves goodbye to me as I leave. Just like usual. It just goes to show that Kanna has become a fundamental part of my life. Today, I'm gonna go see my dad. I'm gonna ask him directly about something I've always wondered. And walk with firm, confident steps, because I know Kanna will be there with me when the time comes. He knows she'll be there to support me. Kanna has given me so much. A new job, new friends, love, and affection, and courage. Words can express how grateful I am to her. What I can do is repay her little by little. Even if it takes the rest of my life, I plan to demonstrate my gratitude in full. Graham's ready, Susanne. Give it a check, please.
Yeah, Nozomi-chan.
あれ和文さん、日本に戻ってたんですか？
What the fuck's going on, John? Some process still running that I don't want Rabbit running. Oh, really? Man, it's costing that much then. Oh well.
さっきね、後世に話があるって言われて。
そうなんですか。どうしよう。昴生君まだ仕事中だから。
いいんだ。呼び出してほしいわけじゃないから。あれからこのお店がどんな風に変わったのか知ろうと思ってね。
そうなんですか。わかりました。それではこちらへどうぞ。
ああ、その前に一つわがままを聞いてもらえないだろうか。
はい。
Yeah, give this a check for me.
いい焼き加減だね。オッケー、仕上げに入って。
Okay. Pancakes, table 3 are ready!
遊びます。和風パスタと半熟オムライスお願いします。
Gotcha.
和風頼める？オムライスは私がやるから。
Sure.
分かってるとは思うけど。
I know, I'll have it ready when yours is.
なら結構。じゃあやるよ。
Aye, aye.
あいつのあんな顔。
働くところなんてめったに見られませんからね。
いつもあんな感じで働いているのかな？
はい、いつもあんな感じです。普段は適当なところもありますけど、仕事はきっちりしてますよ。
いや、真面目なのもそうだが、楽しそうだと思ってな。俺の前ではあんな顔をすることはなかったからな。
昴生君があんな顔で働けてるのは和文さんのおかげですよね。
俺がしたことは大したことじゃない。恩着せがましいことは言えないさ。この店にお客が来ているのは働いているのぞみちゃんや昴生が頑張ったからに他ならない。
でも和文さんの力も大きいですよ。この制服可愛くて大好きですからね。それにもうちょっと恩を着せてもいいんじゃないですか？お父さんから聞いてますよ。
六郎から何を？
前回昴生君から連絡が来た時は仕事をほっぽり出して日本に帰国したって。日本で仕事があったっていうのも半分くらい嘘だとも聞きました。お店のめどがつくまで強引に日本に残り続けたんですよね。この制服のことも結構強引に頼み込んだとか。
そういや、あいつ昔からおせっかいなところがあったな。はあ、もしかして他にも何か聞いてたりするの？
いろいろと。
ちなみにそれ、昴生には？
私は言ってません。
そうか。ならよかった。
本当に素直じゃないですよね、二人とも。
ありがとう、のぞみちゃん。昴生の働く姿はもう十分だ。さてと、改めて注文なんだけど、昴生が新しく作ったっていうオムレツ風のカルボナーラをもらえるかな？はい。
I'm beat.
お疲れ。
You too, it's been less than a week, but I'm glad that business is already back to normal.
冬休みも終わったからね。そういや大学って来月くらいに試験があるんじゃなかった？
Yeah, I'd better start studying soon.
昴生君、昴生君。
Hey, Nozomi.
お疲れ様。で、そうじゃなくて、和文さんが来てるよ。
Huh? Really?
よ、久しぶりだな。
Yeah, it's been a while. I thought you were gonna come stop by the apartment.
もう一回店を訪れるって約束だったしな。お前が作ったオムレツ風カルボナーラも食べたぞ。
You did? I thought you just got here.
まあ、ゆっくりくつろがせてもらったよ。以前に比べるといい店になったと思う。美味しかったよ。頑張ったな。
Oh, thanks.
で、何か俺に話があるんだったな。わざわざ電話してきたんだ。大切な要件だろうから、やっぱり話は部屋に戻ってからの方がいいか。
Yeah, would you mind coming back to the apartment first? I'll join you after I finish cleaning up here.
わかった。
After that, we got our daily cleanup as usual. But this time I asked the others to lock up and head home first, together with Kanna.
改めまして、昴生さんとお付き合いをさせてもらっている秋月環奈と申します。
改めまして、昴生の父親の高峰和文です。
Kanna and I are in a serious relationship.
それはつまり、 結婚を見据えた関係だと？
Well, yes, eventually.
私ももちろんそのつもりです。
そうか。まあそうだろうとは思ってた。電話であらかじめ聞いたこともあるが、この部屋ですでに同棲してるんだろ。端々に二人で暮らしている痕跡が残ってるからな。
Yeah, I've already told Rokuro about this, so I'm sorry for letting you know so late.
別に謝る必要なんてない。秋月くんはその気持ちをご両親に伝えているのかな？
いろいろありまして、両親はいないんです。養父のような人はいるんですが、一緒に店で働いている帝さんなんです。
そうだったのか。
ちゃんと納得してくれていますから、私の方はご心配には及びません。
そうか。そういうことなら俺から言うことはない。お前が真剣に選んだのがこんなにも素敵な女の子なら文句のつけようもないさ。そうか。後世がな。そういう年か。
Yeah. Anyways, that's the first thing I wanted to say. But there's something else. I didn't mention it before, but it is what I actually wanted to discuss with you. Instead of my mouth dries out, I try swallowing, but that only seems to make it even drier. Apparently, I'm also clenching my hands into fists. Then a soft, pleasant warmth touches me. It eases my tension, tells me it's none other than Kanna's hand. I'm serious about Kanna. I truly love her. I believe this would be what true love is, but there's something I wanted to ask you, Dad. About you and Mom. See, I'd do anything for Kanna's sake. I want nothing more than to be for her, nothing more than for her to be happy. So I'd like to think.
そこで弱気になられると、私まで不安になるんですけど。
So I didn't mean it like that. I'm not doubting our relationship or anything. It's just, well, how do I put this? My own family, at least, wasn't exactly a typical example of a happy household. Don't get me wrong, though. I'm not trying to blame you. As far as I can remember, Mom never seemed like she was lonely or sad to me. But what I want to know is if the two of you were truly happy living like that. I want to hear it from you directly, Dad. I want to know more about your relationship with Mom.
そうだな。改めてお前には迷惑をかけたな。いや、俺がそんな簡単に言うべきことではないって分かってるんだが、本当にすまなかったな。
Like I said, I'm not trying to blame you.
とりあえず結論から言っておく。俺はアスミのことを愛していた。アスミも愛してくれていたと思うんだがな。あれほどひねくれた身勝手な女を俺は他に知らない。その心を理解するのは一生無理だと。
Like the moment I fucking met her,
思っていたからな。
the moment I fucking met her, I knew she was a mess. Twisted?
身勝手ですか？
ん？秋月くんはアスミと面識があるのかな？
いえ、そうではないんですけど。
See, Kanna had been watching over me for a long time, so she must have seen me interacting with Mom back then. But she'd had her Grim Reaper duties to fulfill, so I doubt she'd been watching us 24/7.
昴生さんからお話を聞いた印象です。そんな人のようには思えなかったので。
そうか。後世から見るとそうでもなかったのかもな。あいつも年を重ねるごとに多少は性格が丸くなった気はする。そもそも俺とアスミが出会ったのは病院だった。当時から体が弱くて入退院を繰り返していた。その病院に俺も入院をしたのがきっかけだ。
What happened?
バイクで事故った。
You used to ride motorcycles?
ああ、しかもバリッバリにいじったやつ。まあ、昔は俺も悪かったってやつだな。
I can't imagine that at all.
昔とは全然違うだろうな。自分でもこんな風になるとは思ってなかったしな。ちなみに六郎と知り合ったのはこの頃。同じチームに所属してたからだ。
Rokuro the fucking biker gang! Huh? Rokuro was part of a bike gang?
神主を押し付けられることに対する反発だったな、あいつの場合。結局、最後には継いだわけだったが。
You know, the more I hear, the more questions I'm starting to have.
最初から話すさ。お前も自分が祖父母に預けられることがなかったことを不思議に思ったことはあるだろ？
Yeah, both my paternal and maternal grandparents. So as I can remember, I've never even met either of them, let alone seen a photo of them.
いわゆる地元の名士ってやつか。父は官僚、母は地元のまとめ役、兄は政治家、弟は医者。親戚もまあ似たようなもんだ。窮屈な家だったよ。俺だけ成績が芳しくなくてな。絵は好きだったが、成績以外を認めてくれる家じゃなかった。遊んでいる暇があれば勉強しろって道具も全部捨てられた。そこからはよくあるお決まりの反発コースだ。バイクで事故った時に面と向かってはっきり言われたよ。親から迷惑だってな。それで金を渡され、縁も切られた。ショックを受けたような気もする。ガキだったしな。反発する相手もいなくなって荒れる理由も薄れた俺は、その時の入院生活が暇で久々に絵を描いてたんだ。あすみと出会ったのはその時だ。
絵なんて描いて意味あるの？
あ？なんだお前。
そんな絵を描いて何の意味があるのって聞いてんの。風景を切り取りたいなら写真の方が綺麗なのに何の意味があるわけ？
写真はそのまま写すだけだろうが。絵はほらあれだ、書き手の心情とかを載せてたな。目で見る以上の情報を書き込むことで見た人の心を動かすことだって。
で今描いてる絵にはその心情ってのが載ってるの？
それは
そんなの全然伝わってこないんだけど。つまんない絵。
黙って聞いてりゃ好き勝手言いやがって。何様だ。
はあ？芸術なんて素人が好き勝手言ってごめん、確認するまでもないか。見た目からしてバカそうだもんね。何その頭、汚い色。
ぶっ殺されてえのかクソ女。っていうのが俺とあすみとの出会いだった。初対面でそんなことを言うやつだったんだぞ、あいつは。
So, how many episodes and seasons did it take for the show to get to the sentence, and that's how I met your mother? But why did she act like that?
子供の頃から入退院を繰り返して、一時期は命が危ぶまれることも珍しくはなかった。そんな状況に疲れたんだろうな。入院費は支払われるし、必要なことはされたが、親が見舞いに来ることはなくなっていった。
Sounds like Natsume gone wrong.
俺と出会った頃のあすみは、親の気持ちを理解していた。だから、そんな疲れた表情をさせる自分のことを嫌っていた。そして、自分の周りに誰も寄せつけないようにするうちに、誰彼構わず噛みつくようになった。見慣れない奴がいたから、とりあえず喧嘩を売る。そういう迷惑な生き方をしてたんだ。
So, did you actually end up fighting her?
女を殴る趣味はない。無視した。けど、それからもあいつは来た。多分、手のいいおもちゃだったんだろうよ。
相変わらずへったくそな絵。
うっせえよ。その絵を毎回見に来てんじゃねえよ。暇人か？
暇じゃなけりゃこんなとこに来るわけないじゃない。
もういいから、とりあえず黙ってろ。
あんたさ、ここまでコケにされてるのになんでまた絵を描いてるわけ？
褒められたくて描いてるわけじゃねえしな。
はあ？なら何のためにくだらない絵なんて描いてるわけ？ プロとかでもないんでしょ。
ああ、うっせえな。他にやることねえんだよ。大体な、絵はくだらなくない。
見た人間の心を動かすだけ。私の心、動かざること山のごとしなんですけど。
それは俺が下手なだけだ。
自分で認めてる。ダッサ
うっせえ。下手だからこうして何枚も描いてるんじゃねえか。お前ほんと黙ってろ。
この程度のことを無視するくらい集中しなさいよ。そんなんだから下手くそな絵しか描けないのに。バカうるせえよ。
他のこと言えねえのか。語彙貧相か。
そんな四字熟語はないし、あえて言うなら貧困。うわぁ、本当にバカなんだ。かわいそう。
このクソ女。その後しばらくして俺はそのまま退院したんだけどな。家を出て一人暮らしを始めて生活が落ち着いた頃に病院に行った。
Guys are trying to love the mom.
そうみそう言われて惚れるわけないだろう。改めて挨拶しに行っただけだよ。当然あすみは入院中だったわけだが、相変わらずの噛みつきっぷりでな。
Himself, you might see her.
周囲に噛みつく気持ちには俺にも心当たりがあったし。
Whoops. As time went by, I found yourself falling in love with her, I'm guessing.
とはいえ俺も素直になれない年頃だ。バカにされた俺の絵であすみの心を動かして謝らせてやる。そういう名目が当時の俺には必要だった。で、絵の描き方をいろいろ勉強した。抽象画は苦手だったし、ひたすら風景を描くことしかできなくてな。時には遠出して綺麗な景色を描きに行ったよ。
And what did mom have to say about those paintings?
描く景色に頼るとか浅はかな発想って罵られた。
Ouch.
悔しくて技法を学んでいろんな描き方でいろんな風景を描き続けた。当然その頃はただの趣味でバイトしながらだったけどな。
Seriously, I can't imagine mom ever acting like that. That's how things started out. I don't see how you two ever ended up getting married.
どれだけ邪険にしても絵を店に通い続ける俺に根負けしたんだよ。最初に比べれば上手くなった。少なくとも私はこの絵が好きだって言ってな。そこから素直なところも見せるようになって俺が口説いた。
When you told me, though, it doesn't sound like that would have made her happy.
私が好きって、それ本気で言ってるの？
冗談で言えるかよこんなこと。特にお前冗談が通じるタイプじゃねえだろ。
今まで散々コケにされて好きとかマゾなの？
アホか。そんな趣味もねえよ。俺は純粋に好きなんだよ、お前のことが。
やめてよね、そういうの。私にはそういうつもりないんだから。
そんでる。
そういうつもりがない割には顔真っ赤だぞ。
気のせいでしょ。
好きだ。
はあ？
大好きだ。
からかうんじゃないわよ。
やっぱ顔が真っ赤だな。
あんたが恥ずかしいことを何度も言うから。
言っとくけど俺は諦めないぞ。お前に絵を褒めさせた俺のしつこさはお前が一番分かってるだろ。じゃあまた来るわ。
二度と来るな。
で強引に落とした。20歳まで生きられないかもしれない、そんな風に言われていたあすみだったけどな。俺の絵もいろいろと溜まってな。その中からあすみが勝手に大小問わずさまざまなコンペに送ってたみたいでな。そんな中で俺の絵を好きだっていうパトロンが現れた。
So it was all thanks to her that you were able to become an artist.
あすみだけじゃなくあすみの父親のおかげでもある。そのパトロンはあすみの父親だった。それを知ったのはずっと後だったけどな。
Mom's dad? Really? Why would he
一
do
度
that?
見捨ててしまったことは アスミも分かっている。今さら親を気取れるとは思えない。罪滅ぼしになるようなことを何かしたいと思ったんだろうさ。それにアスミの母親が疲れ果てて精神的に危うかったらしい。援助も内緒で行われていたみたいだ。
Do I actually come from like a very wealthy lineage?
そうだな。俺の方もアスミの方もいわゆる上流階級な家だったんだろうな。
He's just sitting there like, what the fuck?
すまんな。俺とアスミで捨てちまって。
Well, as long as that information doesn't mean any good now. So what happens after that?
アスミの父親が俺の絵を海外で宣伝してくれて、そのおかげで少しは稼げるようにもなった。成長したアスミの体は子供の頃よりも安定した。それで俺はプロポーズをした。当然素直じゃないからその時もいろいろ言われたけどな。ゴリ押しして根負けさせた。
今更だろうから単刀直入に言うね。私は私の都合に誰かを巻き込んだり縛り付けたくない。和文には私のことお父さんやお母さんみたいにあんな風に見てほしくない。
俺がそんな目をしたことがあったか。
これからもしない保証だってない。
そりゃあまあけどどうしろって言うんだ。
私はね和文の絵が好き。綺麗な風景を私に見せたいって気持ちが乗ってるから。
つまりアスミの絵を描いて気持ちを伝えればいいのか。
私のことは描かないで。今はマシだけど痩せてる時に見るのはちょっと辛いこともあるから。それよりも私にいろんな景色を見せてよ。私の知らない世界をもっと見せてほしい。旅行も難しい私だけど実際に見るよりもずっとずっと素敵な風景を見せてもらってる。
つまりいろんなところで絵を描き続けろって。
それができないって言うなら結婚なんてしてあげない。絵を描かなくなったら愛されてないってみなす。手を抜いた絵でも愛されてないってみなす。
もし愛されてないってみなしたら
当然離婚一択。
お前ってわがままな女だよな。
はあ？今さら？バカじゃないの？
懐かしいよその悪態。
でしょ。でもねさっきの条件は冗談でもなんでもない。
もともと多くの人の心を動かせるほどの大層な才能はなかったしな。俺はアスミのためだけに絵を描いたよ。今の時代風景画は売れないからな。依頼も受けるようにした。もともと自己の表現のためじゃない俺にはそっちの方が性に合ってたんだろうな。そのせいで後世には迷惑をかけたことは分かってるけど、あいつはそういうやつだから、何かあればあいつは自分を責める。俺に向かって悪態をつきながら自分で自分の心を傷つける。そのくせ俺には絵を描けって迫るんだから、本当に身勝手なやつだよ。
I called what Mom had said once to me. Had
和
once
文
said
さ
to
ん
me.
はね絵を描いてなきゃダメな人なの。
Thought she meant that painting was everything to my dad, but in reality she was the one who needed them.
そんな生活だ。安定したって言っても体が弱いのは変わらない。俺は正直子供を諦めていたけど、あいつは子供を作る、産むって聞かなかった。
How is she so set on having kids?
自分の体が原因で子供を作らないっていうのが許せなかったんだろう。それに俺もアスミも幸せな家庭で生まれ育ったとは言えなかったからな。余計に憧れたんだろう。
History repeats itself.
だからな、後世。 俺はアスミを愛していた。お前も俺たちが望んで生まれた子供なんだ。俺が言ってもお前には信じられないかもしれないが。
No, I don't doubt you or anything.
ここから先は情けない愚痴になるが、いや、最初から情けない愚痴だったのかもしれないが、正直俺には分からなかった。子供とどうやって接すればいいのか。俺は父親に何もかも強制されて育った。俺にとってそれはいい親じゃなかった。だから後世には強制しない、自由を与えようと思った。だがそれは後世からすれば無関心としか思えなかったんだろうな。
Mom, too, had never tried to force me to do anything. Rather, the only thing she ever told me to do was live life the way I wanted. Perhaps that was because she hated the thought of me being tied down by her health complications.
俺が情けない親だから、苦労をかけて傷つけて本当にすまなかった。
Stop! I'm really not looking for an apology.
今なら少し違う方法も思いつく。例えば強制しない親じゃなく応援できる親になるとかな。お前が何か見つけた時にそれを心から応援してやれる存在の方が良かったと思う。それこそがきっと子供の頃の俺がして欲しかったことなんだ。
ね。
お前が不安に思う気持ちはわかる。当然のことだ。それは他の誰かに与えられるものでもなければすぐに手に入るものでもない。俺がアスミを口説いたみたいにコツコツと一つずつ積み上げていくしかないものだ。誰かの真似をしても意味はないし、全く同じなんてありえない。でもだからこそ、後世だからこそ積み上げられる幸せがあるはずだ。さっき応援できる親とは言ったが、それが本当に正しいのかどうかはわからない。もっと向き合わなきゃいけなかった。アスミとも後世とも。もっと俺の気持ちを伝えるべきだったんだ。俺は怖がりすぎた。アスミに拒絶されることを恐れて。俺が言ったところでどの面下げてって感じだろうけどな。
No, I don't think that.
そうか。ありがとう。
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is, I don't hate you, Dad. So, well, don't make it sound like you've done something you can never take back. Yeah, so what I'm trying to say is you don't have to hesitate to come back to Japan even if you don't have any special reason to.
そうだな。すまん。情けない父親で。本当にすまなかった。
Look, it's fine. Seriously, stop that. You're making me uncomfortable.
お前のそういうところ、アスミにそっくりだよ。
Never seen my dad this serious before, so it threw me off. But yeah, I don't know. Thanks for having this talk with me.
こちらこそ、ありがとう。それじゃあ俺は戻る。
Sorry.
気にするな。息子とその嫁の関係を邪魔するつもりはない。それじゃあ秋月くん、後世のことをよろしくお願い。
いえ、こちらこそよろしくお願いします。
またな、後世。
Yeah, see ya. Didn't expect there to be so much to unpack today. About my mom, about my dad, about their past.
コーヒー入れましたよ。
Oh, thanks.
よかったですね。勇気を出してみて。
I heard a lot of unexpected things today. But if you relieved too in a lot of ways.
抱いていた不安の方はどうですか？
They're gone now. At the very least, I've learned that they're normal worries to have, and that bigger problem is letting myself become too scared to face them.
そうですね。それは昴生さんだけじゃなく私もです。二人で一緒に積み上げていくものですよね。
Great. Let's do that, you and me.
こちら
Whoops. Thank you, Kanna. You're really the reason I'm able to smile like this.
私は大したことはしてません。ちゃんと向き合い踏み込んだ昴生さん自身の勇気ですよ。
And you're the one who gave me that courage. You were with me. That's the only reason I was able to do this.
昴生さん、
But also because you promised to give me a reward afterwards.
昴生さん、
A reward for my efforts?
今ここでそれを持ち出します？
Despite how anxious I was talking about my dad, I was also looking forward to this the whole time. Having you beside me was a huge help, but the thought of my reward was also a huge motivation. So I'd like my reward.
またやらしい顔をしてますよ。圧がすごい。
Kanna?
はあ、わかりましたよ、もう。約束ですからね。約束は
Indeed, a promise is a promise.
こんな昴生さんのご褒美。なんかとんでもなくエロいことさせられそうです。
Don't worry, it's not that outrageous. Probably.
それで何をしてほしいです？
I know I brought this up before, but I actually really wanted to get a better look at you, so I was hoping we could maybe lift up your skirt and show me your ass or something like that.
早口
What the fuck?
こんな
And H
感じ
scene
で
starts. See you
いいんで
afterwards.
すか？
The text box changed back to brown, but I don't believe it for a fucking second. After hydrating ourselves and taking a brief break, our stamina quickly recovered. Needless to say, with our renewed vigor, we surrendered ourselves to our desires and had passionate sex again. We made love over and over into the night until our strength finally depleted. Oh, and then it's morning. Is it morning already? Kanna says. Ugh, my eyes.
着替
I
え
should
ない
get
と。
dressed. I need to make breakfast, Kanna says.
いくらなんでも激しすぎますよ。私気を失っ
I
ちゃい
can
ました
show
よ。
the text box at least. I lost control of myself. I'm really sorry.
たまにはこういうことがあっても悪くはありませんけど、でもこういうのはその翌日がゆっくりできる時だけにしましょう。
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. You obviously weren't going at it throughout the entire night. At some point, we just conked out. Unfortunately, this means the sheets are still full of stains since we didn't bother cleaning them. How are you feeling, Kanna? Is your body alright?
今さらそれを気にしますか？できれば昨日の夜のうちに気遣ってほしかったです。
She got the pouty face! I wish I could show you, but no, titty out. Oh, I really am. I'm sorry, I really am.
いいですよ。拒絶しなかったのは私ですから。それに気持ちよかったのも事実ですよね。
Kanna giggles shyly, but her smile quickly settles into a somewhat more ladylike expression.
私幸せ。本当にすっごく幸せです。
Where is this coming from?
だってこんな関係になれるとは思ってなかったんですもん。昴生さんには幸せになってほしい。でもその幸せは他の人に任せなきゃいけないって思ってましたから。だから幸せ。
Yeah, me too. Thought I'd have to say goodbye to you forever, so the fact that I'm together with you now makes me feel so happy I could almost cry.
でそうなくらいではなくて、実際に泣いてませんでした？
Oh! Wait, but you were crying last time too, Kanna?
私たち似た者夫婦ですね。で、まだ夫婦じゃないですけど、これからもずっとよろしくお願いします。ね。
Yeah, Kanna's voice and expression tells me exactly how much he loves me. Unlike the passionate heat of sex, a tender joy fills my heart. I've experienced pure bliss of this kind before I'd met Kanna. Only because of her does my world shine so brightly now. Kanna, thank you. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for teaching me what it's like to love someone and to be loved in return.
お礼を言うのは私の方ですよ。私のことを愛してくれてありがとうございます。それに幸せになることも、私のことも諦めないでいてくれて本当にありがとうございます。
Well, I'm never gonna give up on you ever again, Kanna. Never gonna let you out of my arms.
はい。ずっと一緒にいましょうね。ずっと。二人で一緒に幸せになりましょうね。
I'm already happy, though.
幸せに上限なんてありません。だから、もっと幸せになれますよ。
Kanna smiles, looking somewhat embarrassed. That adorable expression makes me realize it all over again. I'm so glad I met Kanna. So glad I put all that effort into the cafe. Most of all, I'm so glad I acted like a petulant child and refused to give up on her. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Kanna. I love you.
はい。私も愛してます。
Still have to watch some of the ending movies, though, technically. Winter has passed and spring is here. I've successfully gone into my 4th year of college.
今日もあの店から？
Yeah, how'd you know? Do I smell like cafe or something?
匂いがなくても、お前はここ数ヶ月ずっとそんな調子だろ。
That's true. Cafe's been doing well, and we've been getting just as many customers as ever. Since we've only been open for about half a year, it might be a stretch to call it a stable business, but at the very least, we're in a good spot.
っていうかさ、お前どうするの？
What do you mean?
今後のことだよ。俺らも4年だぜ。就職だよ。まさか姉貴の弟子にでもなってパティシエになるとか考えてるのか？
Not that I don't like cooking, but I don't think I've really got the flair for that sort of thing, especially the more I see Susan at work.
就職活動はしてるのか？お前割と鬼シフトだったろ。
Yeah, I've been cutting back on my shifts lately, the job hunt. What about you? But I've been cutting back on my shifts lately, the job hunt. What about you?
俺も一応してるけどな。周りに比べてすっかり出遅れてる気がする。
Yeah, I know that feeling.
周囲の熱に圧倒されて説明会とか行っても尻込みしちゃうんだよ。
Yeah, I know what you mean. But if you let something like that scare you, you're never gonna be able to find a job. I fucking know, Kosei! Stop giving me shit! And you kick yourself in the foot for it later. I'm aware!
お前すっかり前向きになったな。
Well, eventually you just gotta stop grumbling and do it.
ちなみにそれって好きな人のために？
Am I right?
ここにも暑苦しいやつが。
Having said all that, it's still difficult to find a job through sheer motivation alone. Compared to others who've been researching and preparing for their career since last year, it's only inevitable that I'd have a harder time with things. Like business at the cafe, my job search isn't going nearly as smoothly. So yeah, I'll probably take a bit more time before I find something.
あのお店で一緒に働き続けるのじゃダメなんですか？
Well, it's an option, yeah. But I've got a pretty good grasp of the cafe's finances. I know my wage can only go so high. I'm not saying money is everything, of course, but we will need money. Right now, the both of us can afford to work, but that might change in the future.
はい。
And besides, if I continue working at the cafe, everyone's just gonna continue spoiling me rotten.
甘えてくれていいですよ。乳首しゃぶります？
How the heck did that get into the conversation?
頑張る昴生さんの励みになればと思ったんですが、しゃぶらないんですか？
I do. Please let me suck on them long and hard later.
やらしい。
But what I'm saying is, it's nice to be spoiled, but I want to be able to provide for you too, Kanna. Seeing you happy and actually making you happy are two very different things.
それは理解できますけど。
I want to work hard for our future together, so I'd appreciate your support in
わ
this.
かりました。その代わり、辛い時はちゃんと私に言ってください。
Of course, when that happens, I know you'll be there to comfort me. You and your booze.
はい、いつでもどうぞ。でも、そうですね。いずれは家族も増えるんですよね。
Wouldn't be surprised if it already has, to be honest.
確かに、そうかもですね。
Although I'd have no regrets if I got kind of pregnant now, I can't deny that it'd be better to plan things out more. Not to mention the whole marriage thing. I don't think it matters too much when we get married, but that's also why choosing the right time for it feels so difficult. If I focus too much on the perfect time, I may just end up pushing it further and further back. With all these things on my mind, I put most of my effort into finding a job for the time being. Having realized that I'd gotten off to a late start compared to my peers at school, I did my best to make up for it. Eventually my hard work paid off and I managed to secure a tentative job offer. After that, things were much less stressful. I'd heard that Hiroto had gotten himself a tentative job offer as well, and Chiki, on her part, had decided to continue working at Café Stella. Although I was momentarily surprised to hear the news, when I thought about it, I remembered that opening that cafe was originally her wish in the first place. Apparently she'd begun taking a more active role in managing it too. Eventually the time came for all three of us to graduate.
お前もこれで社会人だな。
Still doesn't quite feel real.
働いていれば嫌でもいずれ実感する。そんなもんだ。
Can you speak from experience?
俺みたいなフリーランスでも経験がある。会社に所属するならもっと苦労することもあるだろうな。何かあれば連絡してこいよ。にしても昴生が社会人か。でかくなったな。
Yeah.
なあ昴生。この後時間はあるのか？
Well, I guess I have a bit of time.
ならどこかで軽く食事でもどうだ？
Sure, I don't mind. What spurred this on, though?
今まであんまり考えたことはなかったんだが、こうして息子の成長を目の当たりにするとな。
What rite of passage?
息子と酒でも酌み交わしてみたいんだよ。
At this hour?
昼から味わう大人の味を教えてやろう。
Not very good at this adult thing, are you? After graduating from the university, the next chapter of my life is set to begin.
あ、待ってください。ネクタイ曲がってますよ。
ん？
はい、これでいいです。
Thanks.
今日の夕食、何か食べたいものはありますか？
How about tonkatsu?
わかりました。では、準備しておきますね。いってらっしゃい。
Thanks, I'll see you tonight. Though it's a bit of a distance from my office, I've decided to continue to live in this apartment with Kanna. Partially for financial reasons, but also because it'd take twice the effort if we were to move now. It's been about a month since I began work at my new unfamiliar office job. I don't know why, but if you long last a payday arrives. After checking to make sure my first paycheck has been deposited, I go to buy something extremely important straight after work. It's a rather expensive purchase for someone on a new employee's initial salary, but I don't hesitate one bit. I'm home, Kanna.
はい、おかえりなさい。今日も一日お疲れ様でした。すぐに夕食の準備をしますからね。
Thanks. But before that, do you have a minute? There's something I want to ask.
はい、なんでしょう。
Take out the item I purchased earlier from my bag. Kanna tilts her head in puzzlement at the ring I held out to her. Will you marry me?
私たち、もう一緒に暮らし始めてますし、結婚って届けを出すだけだと思うんです。
Well, technically, I guess you're
で
right.
も、嬉しいものですね。言葉では言い表せないくらい嬉しいです。
Will you give me your answer right here, right now?
はい、します。 結婚します。どうか末永くよろしくお願いします。
We held our wedding ceremony a few months later. Out of all our friends and family, Akitsuki Kanna became Takamine Kanna. Thought I'd never experienced a happier moment, but I soon learned otherwise. Like Kanna said before, there's no such thing as an upper limit to happiness.
できました。
Expecting what?
だから、子供です。私たちの子供ができました。
What? So, right now, Saiju is our...
はい、いますよ。
Overcome with shock and emotion, my brain stops functioning. Can I touch it?
それは構いませんけど、触ってわかる時期じゃないですよ。さすがに、まだお腹が膨らむほどではありませんから。
Oh, right.
でも、間違いでもありません。ちゃんと、います。
Baby. Our baby. Thank you. Thank you, Kanna.
お礼はまだ早い気もしますけど。
Yeah, I guess so. The hardest part is still to come. I'm gonna do my best, for your sake, and for the baby's sake, too. But please tell me if I'm doing anything wrong. I can be pretty thick-headed sometimes, apparently.
はい、そこはちゃんとわかっているので、安心してください。
Kinda feels like you're making fun of me. But it's amazing news. I'm so happy I don't even know what to say anymore, except thank you. As she was pregnant, Kanna made the decision to retire from her Grim Reaper duties. Mikado accepted his decision without complaint, giving us his sincere blessing. The hardest challenges were still to come. Supporting my wife, learning how to be a parent, reading up on after-birth to-dos. More than half a year seemed to pass by in the blink of an eye. Finally, the day arrived. Am I doing this right?
ダメですよ。それじゃ泣いちゃいますから。
Why? I thought I practiced how to do this right.
器用なのに、そういうところは不器用ですよね。それより、名前は決めてくれましたか？顔を見てからってずっと引っ張ってましたけど。
Well, I think I have one. What about Miu? As in abundant joy.
はい、いい名前だと思います。
Hey there, Miu. It's me, Daddy.
ごめんください。
Dad?
よかった。この病室で会ってたな。いやー、慌てすぎて受付で聞いたはずなのに不安になってな。
和文さん、ご無沙汰してます。
久しぶりだね。悪いね、遅くなっちゃって。
いえ、お仕事の方はいいんですか？
今はこっちの方が重要だ。この子かわいいな。
You decide to name her Miu?
そうか、みゆか。ほら、みゆ。俺がおじいちゃんだぞ。
昴生さんと同じこと言ってますよ。
Looks a lot goofier seeing someone else do it, though.
バカとか言うな。それに、みゆが可愛すぎるのがいかんのだ。俺のせいじゃない。
Can't argue with that. Oh, and speaking of which, gotta take some pictures of her.
お前、そのスマホで撮るつもりか？
Why? What's wrong with it?
ちゃんとしたのを買った方がいいんじゃないか？子供の成長はあっという間だ。取り損ねても取り戻せないんだぞ。それに、小学校とかに行くようになれば、運動会なんかもあるだろうしな。
True.
いいんじゃないですか？買ってもきっと無駄にはなりませんよ。昴生さん間違いなく親バカになりそうですから。きっと取りまくりですよ。
Yeah, maybe you're right. Give me 1 sec. I'm gonna go buy the most expensive camera I can find.
今からすでに親バカだった。
Mio was born. She grew up fast. Every single moment filled me with inexpressible joy. Of course, raising a child wasn't always fun and games, but at the very least, I never considered it a burden. Despite the troubles Kanna and I had, we poured all our hearts into raising Miu. Now that I was raising my own child, it occurred to me again. While my mom and dad may not have been the perfect parents, they loved me with all their heart. All their hearts. Given her health problems, I can't imagine my mom had done everything all on her own. At the very least, my father had been there to help. In truth, there was a lot of times when my dad had given me parental advice when I needed it. Without him, I'm sure we would have had a much rougher time. My dad never had parents to support him when he had a kid. Yet even so, he raised me well. Relationship may have gotten a little strained somewhere along the way, but still, he was a wonderful dad. I reached a point where I can say this with confidence. Both my mom and dad loved me. That was the fruit of their love for each other. Next time I see Dad, I'll have to apologize to him. And I'll have to update Mom too. About all the things Kanna had taught me. What it means to love someone, to be a family, to expect that family, to expand that family, to spend my life with that family. Just as I'd promised, Kanna taught me all those things. Just as she'd promised, Kanna taught me all those things. Not to mention the taste of breast milk. Kind of tastes like a watered-down version of powdered milk, but I actually thought it tasted pretty good. Despite all our shenanigans, however, Miu continued to grow up. She managed to speak. She learned to speak, to walk, to run, and even hold her own conversations. I recorded all of it on camera. Time this birth a new tradition. Every year on Miu's birthday, we'd all get together and take a family photo.
お誕生日おめでとう
Oh, this is the CG that I saw, by the way, that spoiled it. I'm, of course, not going to use this as a thumbnail, because I'm not an asshole like the person who made that fucking video. Like, if you make a fucking video about the route, you don't need to put, like, 3 fucking the CGs in the thumbnail. 4 CGs on a thumbnail. Make one of them the fucking after credit CG, you piece of shit. Fuck that guy. Still.
ありがとう、おじいちゃん。
ケーキなんかは用意してないのか
Don't worry, we booked a reservation at the cafe for a birthday party. They're getting it ready for
それっ
us.
ていつもの美味しいやつ？そうですよ。パパとママのお友達にミユのために作ってもらったと。やったー
Fucking adorable! Ah! I'm still gonna take a screenshot even if I'm not gonna be able to use it as a thumbnail.
ミユはケーキ好き？大好き！じゃあ、ママのことは？大好き！ありがとう、ミユ。
あ、ならおじいちゃんのことは
好きかな？
疑問系なのか。まあ、一緒に暮らしてるわけでもないしな。
Sorry, old man, but that's about as good as you'll get. Do you love Daddy Miu?
ケーキの方が好き。
What?
いくつになっても落ち着かんやつだな。
Oh, lay off.
それだけ人生を謳歌している証拠なのだろうが。
We'd included Mikado into our family gatherings as well, as Kanna's foster father. Lately, however, Dad's been getting a little suspicious of him since he hasn't aged in the slightest. Even so, he still comes to visit Miu like this one, at least once a year. However, since Kanna's no longer Grim Reaper and we're no longer a cause for concern, also the fact that Miu has no relation to Kate Seth, it's clear that he comes to visit simply because he cares
こ
for
ら
us.
こら、パパはすぐに泣いちゃうんだから、いじめちゃダメですよ。泣き虫なの？はい、泣き虫ですよ。
I don't want to hear that coming from you, Kanna. After all, she's the one who moans the loudest at night, although I can't say that in front of my
だ
daughter.
から、ちゃんと気持ちを教えてあげないと。パパもおじいちゃんも大好き。ミカドのおじいちゃんは好き。
ありがとう
Thanks for telling me you love me, Miu. But the way you like to tease people sure reminds me of a lot of someone I know.
きっと昴生さんのひねくれた部分が現れちゃったんだと思います。
What? I'm pretty sure mischievousness resembles yours a lot
昴
more.
生さんですよ。
No, you.
パパとママ、喧嘩なんかじゃありませんよ。
Don't worry, Miu. We'd never have a fight on your birthday.
むしろのろけだ 仲のいい証拠だ。
そうなんだ。じゃあチューとかするの？チューはしないかな。
Not in front of an audience, at least.
そういうことは付け加えなくていいんです。
やはりお前のそういうところを真似ているのではないのか？
まったくです。
I guess I had that one coming! Anyways, let's get back to celebrating, shall we?
ケーキ食べたい。あとね、オムライスも食べたい。じゃあお店に行ったら作ってあげますね。やったー。早くお店行こ
Hold on a minute, we have to take a picture
う。
first.
むすっとしないの。にっこり笑って。笑わないとくすぐっちゃいますよ。ほら、コショコショコショコショコショ。わあわあ、くすぐったい。
Oh, I'm dying! This is so fucking adorable!
ほらほら、笑って笑って。笑ってるよ。
Look this way, Miu.
コショコショコショ。もう、くすぐったいってば。ほら、カメラの方を見て。
Happy birthday,
おめ
Miu.
でとう。ありがとう。
Even now, my happiness is reaching new heights. All the stars aligned, and the Grim Reaper is a barista were unlocked. Oh my god, that was fucking adorable. I'm going to have to take a fucking test for goddamn diabetes after this. So I'm surprised that there was no H scene for her in a Grim Reaper outfit. Actually, quite a surprise. That's probably gonna be in the extras. Possibly. Either way. So yeah, that was... Actually, do I still want to do the afters? Oh, fuck it, I'll still do the afters. Probably. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna leave it up to the people. If you want to see the afters, just like put it down in the description. I'm only gonna count the first day though, since if people want to see the afters, I'll do that on Sunday and start the next series, aka 9 new episode on Monday. So I'm still gonna treat this part as the as the final part basically. So yeah, if I had to say,
フローチャート画面ですよ。
my order of characters is, honestly God, it's basically this. Just like turn around, like just like switch Mei and Suzune. That's basically my rankings for the girls. Just Kanna, Natsume, Nozomi, Suzune, Mei. I'd say is my rankings. So yeah. And yes, a large part of that comes from Kanna just, you know, having that after credit scene. Anyways, the things we went through were business in the new year, secret massage, her wish, sweet days, reunion with dad, a reward continued, now and forever, and newfound happiness. So yeah, it was great. It was fucking fantastic, quite frankly. I don't know if I would place it above Send and Bunk, since I actually quite fucking enjoyed that one. It might actually... I think it may actually just like play... Like, the game overall probably plays over Send and Bunka for me. And of course over Riddle Jokers. But yeah, like... If I had to say, like, when it comes to like the Ubisoft games that I've played in order... I'm gonna not count Parquet. Like, Parquet is out of the running for this. I won't count it. If I had to say, like, the least favorite is probably Riddle Joker, then Nobleworks, then Send in Banca, then Café Stella and 3 Butterflies, then Drakrat, and then Sabbath the Witch. With Sabbath the Witch being highly biased. But yeah, that was an enjoyable ride. And yeah, if people want to see the after, who knows, maybe I'll just like push it in at some random point in time I want it to. Maybe I'll save it in case I don't hear back from Front Wing before I'm done with the 9 new episode. Since I'm probably gonna be able to finish that in 2 videos easy. I'll probably be able to finish that at the latest at Thursday. So yeah. And that is still counting the co-host on Wednesday. So yeah, that's all that. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and yeah, look forward to the next one. If this is this is not gonna be the last part, I'll just fucking say this. I'll at some point do the afters. Don't know when, but I will do them at some point. Either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and see you next time. Bye. That fucking last scene is still so fucking adorable. Diabetes.